realize it's gonna get dark eventually, so I'm gonna turn on these lights.
All right, everyone. We are here, Nerdcamp Sports NFL preview episode. Hope everyone is doing well on this evening. This Monday, this Labor Day, that now is pretty much unfortunately over, and we all have to go back to work tomorrow. You know, uh, Raj is not here at the moment. Hopefully, he'll be here shortly. R&B's here, and Brandon is back as football season looms. He's like our version of Michael Irvin when he was on First Take during football season. How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good.
All right.
Hope you're doing well as yourself, Mike.
I hereby now coin Brandon's nickname, Agent Solstice.
Agent Solstice.
Here for it.
You know how Stephen A. called Mike Tannenbaum Agent Agent T.
All right,
I'm with
it.
Agent Solstice.
Agent Solstice. I like it. I can mess with it. Well, you guys, there we go. So, this episode is all about the NFL. I wouldn't care what the NBA did. We saved that for so.
There's a couple things they could do. There's a couple things now. If LeBron gets traded, so
Speaking of NBA, we just had it like the last time I was on here. We had a ridiculous Dallas trade. I mean, I guess we can do that again, right?
So right now, I'm gonna go and we're gonna start with the division, and we'll go from there. What division you guys want to start with to talk about first?
Let's get like one of the boring. Let's get the NFC South out of the way.
What's that? Like the Bucks, the Saints, the Panthers,
and the Falcons.
And the Falcons. All right. Well, since you picked to give your synopsis on what you think about the division, and go ahead, Brandon. You started off.
I mean, they very, very clearly feel like the weakest division in football. The Saints are hysterical at the quarterback position right now. I feel like the Bucks should be the heavy favorite for the most part. The Falcons could definitely make a run for it too. I just don't know how. I'm definitely taking Baker over Michael Penix right now. Michael Penix really he didn't look bad, but he didn't show me quite the consistency that Baker shows pretty much consistently since he got into Tampa Bay, and even relatively when he was in Cleveland and was surrounded with a decent consistency. So just Atlanta looks good from a skill position part, but it's just how are they going to put it all together with their newish quarterback that they just got to even play the whole year. And then let's see the Panthers. It's up to see Bryce Young get up. What he can do. They just drafted another. It's just how are they going to put it all together with their. I just heard something about coming. It's about how he meshes with their new wide receiver, McMillian. And also, if Leggett can take a step, help out Bryce, and whether defense can, just the whole situation in Carolina seems like a mess. So, it's if for Carolina and Atlanta, I'd say like they have some potential, but it's all whether or not they can put it together. Whereas Tampa Bay, they've got pieces there. They've got it's going to be hard. I don't really see them taking that far of a step back at most. I see them continuing to just get another 10, 11 year win season and win the division because the rest of the division is all that strong.
So if I'm starting with the Saints, the only thing they have is Alvin Kamara, right? And Chris Olave.
Yeah, and at that point, you just stack the box.
Their starting is what? Is it Rattler or whatever his name is?
Rattler's got the job, yeah.
Spencer.
Yep. Yeah, on the offensive side, they're a mess, and they're not going to be able to really withhold anything or hold any weight within the division, no matter how sad the division is. Will they win games they're not supposed to? Yeah. Will they make a big leap? No. When I look at the Falcons, the Falcons is like that team that should always be in the mix, and they're just not. We know what they gave Kirk Cousins last season and what they were hoping for, and that did not work out. Um, you know, we know that did not work out. When they signed Kirk Cousins, that did not work out. What's up, Raj?
What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. We know that did not work out for them. We started with the NFC South since it was the weakest. Okay. So we know that did not work out. Bijan Robinson is the key.
He's a monster.
And the problem I see with him every year is the Falcons do not use him enough. He's not called for enough plays. He's not even on the field a lot of plays. And, the fact that that's what's holding them back to an extent because you're not properly utilizing your weapons. Raj brought to my attention a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was R&B, one of the gentlemen, that, Drake London's that dude. And I was like, look at the numbers.
Yeah.
And he definitely is number one wide receiver one. So I can see a leap, but it's all about how they play call, how they how they play call and how they utilize their weapons. The Panthers, Bryce Young got kicked out, switched out, I should say, in the starting position for Andy Dalton last season, and then when Dalton got hurt and he came back, he was on a revenge tour. He was mad. He was mad. I personally believe he's underwhelmed as a number one pick, ultimately. But they have McMillan, right? That's his name, right? McMillan.
Yes.
It's basically that.
I believe they traded Thielen back to the Vikings. So a
bunch of people back on their original teams.
Yeah, exactly. You still got Cubba Hubbard or Chubba Hubbard, however you say it. So I expect them to be competitive, but I don't see much moves that
They got a decent one too with Chuba, and they also got Rico Dowdle. Like the guy, I was watching
on Dallas.
Yeah, I was watching the the preview stuff from the NFL, and the guy made a funny point that saying Chuba and Rico's kind of fun, like the fun 1-2 Chuba Rico.
So we can see with that, but ultimately Tampa Bay is going to win this division. Baker has put himself in a good position. He's gotten his money. Mike Evans is a 1,000-yard machine. No matter who's throwing him the ball, from Jameis Winston, to Tom Brady, to Baker, to whoever else was in between before and after.
Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh yeah, he was there too. Uh-oh. There's an echo now. You guys hear
Journey Goatman.
So that's my theory. And that's all I got for the NFC South. Raj or R&B, who wants to go next?
We got a real bad echo. And somebody not wearing a headset.
It's probably me. Hold on, let me put on the headset. Hold on.
Really? There we go.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that goes gone. Yeah,
We're good.
That's it. All right.
It was me.
There we go.
it's all good.
So
Whoever
real
wants to
quick.
go next. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I just want to push back against a little bit with the NFC South. it's not a foregone conclusion that, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is going to win this division. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Mike Evans is another year old. Baker Mayfield, even though he played amazing last season, I don't see him doing that 2 seasons in a row with Tampa Bay. Plus, not to mention, I have a really, really, really good feeling that the Atlanta Falcons are going to prove everybody wrong. Because number one, like I always say, look, Drake London, he saved my fantasy last year. He's an amazing wide receiver. I think he's going to take another step forward. But not only that, you guys got to also remember that Pitts is still on the team. Here's a guy that can easily give you some, touchdowns and some, amazing receptions. So there's a lot that goes with that Atlanta Falcons team. And on top of that, with Penix being the quarterback in his year 2 and his first year being full-time quarterback, I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong. I'm not saying they're going to be world beaters and going to do anything in the playoffs, but I do got them penciled in to win an NFC South. So that's my take on that division.
Real quick before you go, R&B or who's about to interject, is you're not wrong in saying that at all. I just think that right now for them, the Falcons, they got to prove they can do it. Not saying they can't by any means, but to me, yeah, you have Pitts in London, but Pitts hasn't done what we've needed him or what we've expected, and they're still not using Robinson enough. If they use Robinson, they got a better shot. Because I see a statistic last season, he's only getting called for like 37% of plays, which is crazy.
Well, and that's another reason why I didn't mention him intentionally is because just a little bit of more production, and that team is a playoff team. Absolutely. Plus, not like I said, if you could figure out a way to get Pitts involved, Kyle Pitts involved, you're going to have a great offensive team. And on top of that, like I said, Drake London is going to take that step above that, that we all see. He's going to take a jump in his production because now, he's going to be that WR1, and they're going to look at him as being somebody that can give him at least, 10 to 11 touchdowns a season. And if you got somebody like, Kyle Pitts there, he could give you at least 6-7 touchdowns as well, because they're not utilizing him as like a second or third option on the offense. And plus, like you said, Bijan Robinson's Bijan Robinson. He's going to do what he does. He's a touchdown machine. But you just need to just adjust just a little bit. So I just have a little bit more faith in the upside with the Atlanta Falcons more than I do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And also, by the way, one more thing too about the Bucs. Chris Godwin is not even available. He's always hurt, and he's injured this season. He's not even available now. So you got to also keep that in mind. There's a lot that goes into that. Now I know they got to, I believe I'm pronouncing his name, Mbuka.
Oh, it's something like that. Mbuka.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Meke.
wide receiver.
Yeah, Meke Mbuka. I know he's going to be a great wide receiver, but for him to step into that that WR2 spot is going to be a lot on his shoulders, especially being a rookie. He's not somebody that's seasoned.
I would argue he's got to step into the wide receiver 1 slot. I would say that.
I
would agree that Mike Evans would be the WR2 in that offense.
I mean, we've seen what Puka Nacua has done. So, I mean, anything is possible. But I see, I can get with that. Go ahead, R&B, if Raj is done.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, so I'm gonna try not to be long-winded with this one. I agree. I do agree with Raj that on paper, if you look at the Falcons, they're definitely a team that you can't just sneeze at and automatically dismiss them. I definitely think when it's all said and done that they will be in contention for this division at the end of the year. But it's definitely a 2-team race in my opinion. So that's why I say I'm going to keep it short and sweet. As we go down these divisions, unless it's one of those tough, and I say this not referencing NFC North, but just tough black and blue divisions, which means they're going to beat up on each other all year long. I'm just going to stick with talking about what matters. And I'm sorry, the Panthers don't matter. The Saints don't matter. This is the Falcons, and this is the Bucks. It's all up to them on who's going to win this division for the NFC South. Again, I do agree with Raj that the Falcons have a chance to do it, but I think along with Mike and Agent Solstice, I like that. I'm gonna side with them that I feel like the pick to win the division will be the Bucks. We know, what I'm saying, you guys have basically listed it all. They're talented at wide receiver, they're talented on defense. Todd Bowles is a proven head coach. My only thing about the Bucks, which I feel what makes me feel Atlanta can contend in this division, if you really think about the Bucks the past couple seasons when they've won this division, it really hasn't been, just like a knockout punch. No, what I'm saying? You know how the Patriots used to do, what I'm saying, the division back when it was just them and everybody else. That's what the Bucks should have been doing to this division the past couple seasons, with the gap of talent between them and the next best team. But now they've let Atlanta kind of creep their way in and start catching up, and they didn't take advantage of it. They just really been a mediocre division winner. So I'm saying we'll see.
In my prediction, I have Atlanta going 10-7 and making the playoffs.
So what do you got for as far as the Bucks? 11,
12 and 5.
You gonna get them 11, 12? You think 12. They got 12 in them?
I might be a little hard on that one. I agree. I may have been like, they might squeak that one by, but no, I could totally see Atlanta taking the division. I could see that's probably Tampa Bay's max is 12. I could see them going as low as 8.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting 2 free wins with New Orleans. They've got and they're not going to be good for a while. Their cap situation is absolutely horrendous.
Well,
right.
All right. Well, that's a good start.
What do you guys do next?
We're gonna flip over. We're gonna flip over to an AFC one now, and I say we get the same one out of the way because it's the worst one of the 4, which would be the ever so loved AFC South. I guess I'll go first. I'll take this one first. The AFC South. The Colts, the Jaguars. Jesus. Help me out here. Texans and Titans.
Yes.
Ain't much to say. Me and Raj have been tough on the Jaguars the past couple years.
And rightfully so.
I agree.
Because they were a playoff team, and then suddenly they were a dud.
Yeah.
So now it's just like Trevor Lawrence he's got the potential, but it's just not come together yet. And I know it takes time. But Brian Thomas is that wide receiver?
Yeah.
I think he'll do good for them, but I still don't have faith that they can make the full leap to win. Then we got the Titans. It's no surprise Cam Ward's the story. He's the story. That's who we're looking at. That's who's going to decide what this team does ultimately. I'm not sure.
I think it's worthy it's important to point out that every quarterback deserves 1 year scrutiny free. That rookie quarterback year.
Mm-hmm.
And absolutely. But
I don't. Josh Allen went 6-10 his rookie year.
But the thing is this. The thing is, when you do good your rookie year,
you got to show flashes.
Now you're gonna get criticized. So let's say Jaden Daniels goes out there this year and throws out a dud. Now he's gonna be criticized. Now if he threw out a dud last year, and then goes into this year and kills it, the narrative's different. It just depends on how you want to look at it. But the story's Cam Ward. That's the story. I'm not expecting much out of them. I mean, for Christ's sake, their team was fighting during a preseason game. Yeah, coach on the ground with them, getting knocked out. Come on. Like
at least they got fighting them. My team don't even have fighting them anymore. It's crazy.
As for the Colts, I mean, they picked Daniel Jones to be their starter. Like, there's not much more to say. And then the Texans, which is the point I just made. CJ Stroud, rookie year, came out, was amazing. Last year he wasn't as good. I still do believe that that's the winner of this division. When it's all said and done, but with Tank Dell out again, missing a minimum of 4 games, Chubb coming off an injury. They still have, what's the other receiver's name?
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins. Isn't he coming back from an injury too?
They brought in Christian Kirk.
No, he's healthy.
But he played last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
he's fine.
I just know he's had some.
No, he was talking about Nico. He was talking about Nico. Was Nico hurt?
No, he's fine. He's fine.
They got Christian Kirk, and then I believe the guy that they drafted will have some good play. Jaden Higgins, he'll have some rep too, especially while Tank Dell is out. Because I know psychologically that injury hurt CJ Stroud. I don't know if you guys remember when it happened, but he was crying, like crying. And they were friends before the NFL, and all that stuff. And did they played together as well in college or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
did they?
Wait, you said did they play together in college?
Tank Dell and
No,
they didn't play together. No.
Tank Dell didn't come from Ohio. They were training camp roommates and stuff.
So I mean that's my take on that. I'll save my my asinine stuff for the other 6 divisions because they're actually more important.
So I'll go ahead and go second on this one.
Go ahead.
Just to kind of switch the order like we did it last time. But
anyway,
for me, man, I'm gonna take the Texans to win this division. Obviously, they should win this division very easily. I don't see anybody being a roadblock for them. I'm sorry, I just don't believe in the Colts with Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. That shit is a debacle. I do not believe in the fucking Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. Though I will say one of the most exciting things about this division this year is going to be, Travis Hunter. Seeing what, hopefully getting to see some entertaining stuff out of him.
Right.
Sure. I will say Trevor Lawrence, man, this got to be a make or break year for you. We've been giving him every excuse. We've been giving him every excuse from, oh man, they fired, a couple head coaches. They did him wrong with giving him Urban Meyer at first. Then they fired him. Then they brought in Doug Peterson, and Doug Peterson didn't work out. Then they fired him. Hey man, look, at some point, it got to be you. You know what I'm saying? Like if we've seen, like I've never seen anybody with the hype and potential that he had coming out of Clemson, and then came in and didn't play bad. And then took the team to the playoffs and just completely fell off the face of the earth after that comeback against Miami. And to me, normally, especially when you're a number 1 overall pick, when you see something like that and you see that comeback against Miami, you say to yourself, this is it. This is where he turns into that strike of fire that's gonna light the iPhone, light the world on fire and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's normally how it goes. You'll see the story go that way. But it completely went in a reverse for Trevor Lawrence. And then another exciting thing about this division is obviously going to be Cam Ward being the number 1 overall pick at quarterback. The sorry-ass Titans, we going to see what they got going. But, again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I got the Texans coin to win this division and win this division easily. I think give me the Texans. I say they'll go somewhere between 11 to 12 wins this year. All of the stuff real quick about CJ Stroud with the sophomore wall. We debated it. I told you guys I felt like it's hard to bounce back and duplicate what he did his rookie year when everything went against him his sophomore year. It'd be different if everything was still going for him and he had the year that he had, but when you got all of those injuries that, you know what I'm saying, I mean, just injury after injury, especially to the receiving core, it's hard to duplicate it. So, you know what I'm saying, I'll probably say this is going to be a make, not necessarily or break, but just a make or see year for CJ Stroud. And that's kind of where I stand on it.
All right. All right. You want to go, Brandon?
I mean, yeah, I would agree that we need to see more from Trevor Lawrence. But I don't particularly feel all that confident with him right now or his team. I'm very intrigued to see how Travis Hunter pans out, rooting for him. I can't believe I cannot believe the Indianapolis Colts are giving up on Anthony Richardson. Like you gotta get him the third year to try and. It's ridiculous. Daniel Jones is guaranteed anywhere. Anthony Richardson definitely gives you some slender of hope that he can do something. Let's see. Yeah, it's basically the Texans. I have them going 10-7, winning the division. And you know, CJ Stroud did have a bit of a sophomore slump of sorts last year, but he still did lead them to the division round again. I mean, and then they lost it to the Chiefs, if I recall correctly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, he's still he could still get a little worse this year, and he would still kind of have a pass because he's still getting I mean he's losing Tank Dell is that injury was just so gruesome. I feel so bad for them. Yeah, no, I do think that he hasn't played well enough that he's he can't go out there and have a Jameis Winston season throwing 30 interceptions or some shit, but he doesn't have, he's proven himself good enough to be a competitive and quality quarterback in this league. And then Titans, we should be talking about Cam Ward more. He was the number one pick. He's got talent and upside, and we'll see where he takes that team. But yeah, there really isn't much to talk about other than that, I would say, for this division, other than it's probably Texans.
Hey, Solstice, real quick.
Yeah.
In the earlier season, earlier in the season episode, we had a discussion about Cam Ward, and I told the two gentlemen, Raj and Mike, I coined him. I told the Tennessee Titans, thank God he's answered your prayers. You have the next Steve McNair all over again. What do you say to that?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I told the fellas that the Titans fans should, drop to their knees and thank God because they have Steve McNair all over again. What do you say to that?
I mean, I say he has the potential to be that. It's whether they put it all together. Kind of like what I said with the Falcons and the Panthers. It's like you've got some pieces that, if Bryce steps up, if Penix steps up, if he steps up, if he really harnesses the opportunity and goes and gets it and has he's got the talent. It's the continued repetition and work ethic and just being he has the capability. I never want to be too high or low on rookie quarterbacks because it's not just them; it's also the organization they go into. Because I hear people say that I wish the Jets had drafted Josh Allen. I'm like, you would have ruined Josh Allen. Absolutely not. That man requires serious coaching. So it's also it depends a lot with how things go indoors. I would absolutely agree that the potential is there.
Do you think that they have enough talent for him to show flashes or show some of that potential this year?
I think he's going to show flashes. It's whether or not those flashes continue and stay consistent. That was basically what you were looking for out of Josh Allen's first year. Is he's going to make mistakes. He's going to do some stupid shit. But there are some times you're like, bro, if he can just do that more often and not do stupid shit, oh fuck. So I really do think that Cam Ward has the chance and the opportunity to be that. It's up to him and the organization that surrounds him.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to know your thoughts on that. That's all.
I don't mind. I don't dislike the take. He's definitely he can do it.
So
just wish we saw him do it in an Oilers uniform.
So now we're gonna flip it back to the NFC, and I want to get this.
Hold on. Raj didn't go.
I got it.
Did you not
Yeah, I
go?
got it.
I'm sorry, bro.
No. I was gonna go last because I wanted to say
what? I'm so used to having 3 people. That's what it is. I'm so used to
it's all
having
good.
3 people. So
Let me
bad.
just clear myself real quick.
It's all good. Now I was gonna say, of course, my pick to win that division is the Texans. The Texans. But the thing is this, and I've been very, very critical of Trevor Lawrence. Right? I think honestly he don't like football as much as people think he does, but I do feel this is the year for Trevor Lawrence to step his game up because he got the wide receivers that he needs. He's got Brian Thomas Jr. He's got Travis Hunter as well. So those are the 2 guys.
As well from the Lions.
Yes. So they got enough weapons for him to actually throw to. I think that was his biggest problem. His biggest problem was he was playing with a lot of old, washed up wide receivers. So now you have a true wide receiver with Brian Thomas. And, of course, you got some other pieces as well around him. And we keep forgetting about Travis Etienne. Etienne went off. He had a pretty decent year last year and the year before that. But it's a matter of just them being in the right place at the right time and just winning the right games. I'm not saying they're going to go out there and win the division, but I do feel they could be a close number 2. More than any other team in the whole division. But what I will say also as well, even though it's not a popular opinion, I feel the Daniel Jones move is necessary because as much as I love Cam Ward, I'm not Cam Ward. Goodness, I just lost his name. Anthony Richardson. As much as I love him, I think the coaches want him to see one more year exactly how it's going to be. They just want to just have him play that second slot for him to be, the backup quarterback just for one more season. And he's going to get his time. I think after this season, he's going to be the starting quarterback. It's just a matter of putting Anthony Richardson in the right place for him to win as well. Because remember, Daniel Jones, he stunk up the place in New York. So he's probably starting this season, but he's not going to end this season, to be quite honest. I think he's probably going to play a few games, and then it's going to be over to Anthony Richardson. But Anthony Richardson, there's a lot of maturity things that he got to, improve on. I remember he was on the podium talking about he was tired, so he came out the game. Those are the type of things you don't want a coach to ever hear. That's just my opinion, So those type of things, I think, still plays in their mind. So we'll see what happens.
I'm dying over how you call Trevor Lawrence the Ben Simmons of the NFL on the low, saying
he is football. He is. That's the best way to describe him. He's got this look where it's like he don't really care about football. Maybe I'm looking into it wrong.
Oh, Jesus.
I kind of looked at it like you said. It seemed like he just didn't have a lot to work with on the offensive side of the ball, and then they weren't doing him any favors organizational wise as well. But some of the bad play was also on him as well.
Right.
It's been a multiple different things and blame that can go around into why that situation hasn't gone as well as they needed it to. But my God, Raj, for you to sit here and say a close second in the division, I don't.
Why not? Why not?
I'm saying it right here and right now. If the Jaguars sniff the division title, not necessarily win it, but if they even sniff the division title, I hereby coin you Raj the God of Sports.
All right, we'll see. I have faith in him, and Mike can tell you. Mike can tell you, I am not a fan of of the Jags. Like I don't like the Jags team. I think the organization is horrible. The only thing they did positive was bring them to London because we don't have to see them in America anymore. I mean, at least for one game. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't really have faith, but I do have faith that now with the wide receivers and with the amount of hype that's around him, I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to step up. And I hope he does because this is a make or break a year for him, So we'll see what happens. because he got all the tools. He can play. He's good.
Absolutely.
He just don't seem like he really. It just don't seem like he really cares as much as people think he should.
I don't know. We'll see. It's hard for me to feel like, and dare I say, you know what I'm saying? I know talent is talent, but damn, it's hard to feel like a motherfucker can be that good in college and go number 1 overall in the NFL draft and not care. That's hard to do.
Some people just talented like that. That's what happened to Ben Simmons.
I ain't never seen nobody that damn talented.
People
I ain't never
say,
seen nobody that damn talented.
I've heard people say that because up until that point when he came into the NFL, he had never lost a game like in his life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like for him to come in and
Right.
lose a lot of games, that hurts. Like you never lost a game, like ever.
In a losing franchise, yeah.
And see, another thing, you can't really compare the NFL draft and the NBA draft because though they both pick on potential, in the NBA, you'll see a person, example, Kyrie Irving, 1 year at Duke.
Yep.
He didn't even play double-digit games, if I remember correctly, because he got hurt.
He played 9 games. Yep.
And they still drafted him number 1 overall because of potential. So all I'm saying is in the NBA, it's a lot. I ain't gonna say a lot. When I say a lot, I'm not, putting it out there as a general blanket statement. But it's a lot easier to go number 1 off potential than it is in the NFL. You got to show something when it comes to
that's true.
Just as a question for you guys, because I don't really pay attention to NBA as much, and you just basing off of what you just said, would you say that the NFL draft or the NBA draft has more late round hits?
Well, the
NFL
easy.
NBA
easy
because
it's more rounds.
Yeah, NFL definitely.
Okay, I'm just not sure. So.
Because even with the NBA with the 2 rounds, they used to have multiple rounds, but they were like people that were still working at Walmart. But even with the 2 rounds, like though every draft pick is important in the NFL. Like everyone, like you'll see a fourth round pick, and you're like, damn, that person's playing because they take it serious. So it's more of a chance for them to actually show their talent, I think, versus being an NBA where it's kind of like, it's pretty much set who's going to play, who's not.
I think a better example to give you, I would say, a 3rd round pick in the NFL is equivalent to a late 1st round pick in the NBA.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And another thing too, the NFL is like a lot like baseball when it comes down to like the amount of talent, because they have so many people on a roster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's like a whole bunch of development too.
You don't need that many people.
Absolutely.
All right. So Raj or R&B, it's your turn to pick a division.
R&B, you go ahead.
I think Mike was saying he wanted to go back over to the NFC, so let's just go. Let's say NFC West.
Right.
Okay.
Let's say NFC West.
And so far, whoever chooses has been talking first, so you have the floor, R&B.
Oh, I hate this division.
So the NFC West. Give me the Los Angeles Rams. I believe that the Los Angeles Rams take this division. Later in the show, you'll know why. Well, not necessarily that, what I'm saying. Later in the show, you'll figure out how high I am on the Rams, but I do believe that the Los Angeles Rams take this division. I do think that it's going to be a tough race. Right. And the reason why I say that is because I do believe that the San Francisco 49ers will be better than what some people think that they're going to be this year. Led by a Super Bowl entering, non-winning, but entering head coach and Kyle Shanahan. We all know the offensive wizardry that he is. That coaching staff, I believe that defense is going to be back this year as one of the top 10 defenses in the NFL. So Brock Purdy, though I'm not really a Brock Purdy guy like that, what I'm saying, I do think that he's a, suitable and solid quarterback. So I think he's gonna, do his thing this year. I'm not too sure about Brandon Ayuk though. I'm not sure if he's gonna be back early this year, or whether he's still gonna be out for a little while because that's gonna
week 6. They're targeting.
Okay. So that's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? If you could keep yourself looming around 300, you know, to let him get back in the door, that's definitely gonna be a big boost for that offense. On that offensive side of the ball, you know, we already know they got Christian McCaffrey. Raj was telling us about another running back that they got that's going to be behind McCaffrey this year. That's supposed to be lights out. So I think there's some good things there with San Francisco, where a lot of people kind of deem them to kind of be going into like a rebuild mode after last year. I think that they've sneakily just kind of retooled some things on the low. I don't think that they look at themselves and say that we have a Super Bowl winning team this year, but I don't think that they feel like that they can't be in the mix. So right. I got the Rams taking this division. I got San Francisco coming in behind the Rams, possibly, you know, sneaking in to take it first, but I'm not real high on that possible. And then outside of those two, man, I'm gonna be honest, the Seahawks, they just kind of there for me. And then the Cardinals, man, I've already said it. This is another quarterback. This is a make or break year for Kyler Murray. Like, my guy, can you stay on the field? And then when you're on the field, can you produce consistently? This dude's one of the only quarterbacks, man, like that can go out there and look like let Russ cook Russell Wilson, because you know the similarities to their play style and shit like that. And then the next week he'd come out and he'd look like Russell Wilson the last year after he cooled off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So it's, you know, so it's like I just don't know. I don't really know, man. So it's just like
that's hilarious.
So you know what I'm saying? I think those two will definitely be the toast of the town with this division. And with that, I digress to one of you gentlemen.
Yeah, I'll go next. I'll go next real quick. I'm not going to be long. The reason why I said I hate this division is because I hate to say it, but I believe the 49ers are going to take this division. And it just doesn't taste right coming off my mouth right now because I can't.
Right, to be honest.
No,
you got to get me. I need to hear firm facts right now. Damn it, of how you picked them over the Rams.
Oh man! All right. Well, I'll say this, man. And once again, it's not. It doesn't feel right. It's not probably going to sound right, but I gotta say it. Brock Purdy's the reason why they're going to win it. This division. Now,
you lost me already.
I hate to hold on.
Hey, Mike, you know what time it is.
Hold on. And the reason why I'm saying that is because even with Christian McCaffrey down, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy put up some career numbers, right? So he's going to absolutely step up with Christian McCaffrey there. Who still
put up career numbers with Christian McCaffrey down.
I'm saying Brock Purdy put up like career numbers.
In what universe? with McCaffrey down. You said with McCaffrey down. What universe?
Yes. In this universe, he put up. Well, he didn't put up career numbers, but
last year?
No, they didn't make the playoffs. But listen, hold on a second. He did really good last year. He had 20 touchdowns.
Missing the playoffs.
Okay, and that's because he didn't have Christian McCaffrey. This is what I'm saying. You got to always factor in they didn't have their number one player on the team. Mr. Reliable was reliable last season. He did
understand you here. Where are these career numbers? Because career numbers and decent numbers is two different things. You said
all right. Well, let me correct myself on this. Up until Chris McCaffrey went out, he put up career numbers, right? Then once he went down, then his numbers kind of dwindled. Now, with all that being said, over 3,800 yards, over 20 touchdowns, a rating of 96.1. So he's put up good numbers, when it comes down to him playing without Christian McCaffrey by his side. So I'm saying with him there, he's going to put up the numbers he put up the season before in 2023 with 31 touchdowns and 4,000 plus yards. He can easily do that, especially now with his wide receiver core as well. So that's all I'm saying.
Just one quick question.
Yeah.
To throw a wrench in your argument right now. You don't think Christian McCaffrey's a little long in the tooth at this point?
No. Because they got Isaac Guerrero on the team. And I'm saying that because he got help. There's somebody that's going, because remember, he was an every down back.
Having help don't make you not long in the tooth though.
Well,
it might I would you through the season a little bit, but I don't say it don't make you long in the tooth.
I'm just really high on Christian McCaffrey and his ability to get touchdowns. I mean, because look, this might be the last season we see a healthy Christian McCaffrey before he hit the wall. He's 29. He's 29.
If he healthy this year, he's been injury riddled since college.
Yeah, but he's also never really had help since he started. I mean, I don't know about college, but I know in the NFL he never really had that type of help where he could be a running back that got assistance with him. So Isaac Guerrero was really good. He put up the numbers last season.
You talking about just as in the running back room, or
yeah,
just like the overall team? Oh, because
the overall team
next to Cam Newton.
No. What I'm saying is the running back room when it comes down to actually having a running back that can split the actual numbers, the carries. Yeah. So I think it can work if they preserve him, put him in bubble wrap for a few games. You know what I'm saying? Let him get a few touchdowns here and there, but don't overuse him. And then of course you got what's his name that got shot last year in the chest.
Unfortunately, I can't think of his name.
Brian Robinson,
receiver.
No. Perrell, I think his name is.
That's Ricky Pearsall.
Pearsall. There it is. They got Ricky Pearsall this year without any type of injuries, right? Because we know what happened to him last year.
He played pretty solid last year.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They got help. So, I mean, and like I said, you know me, I'm super critical on Brock Purdy. I think he should be an insurance agent. I don't think he should.
It's not that I think you crazier, and it's not that I think you crazier that I think the 49ers are just absolutely trash.
Yeah.
I just needed to really hear your thought process behind why you definitively would put them over the rims, because I just don't see it.
And another thing and I'm gonna tell you another reason why I got him over the Rams. Because Mr. the stat patter, aka Matt Stafford, he's about 75 years old.
So is Christian
no, he's not. Christian McCaffrey's 29.
Christian McCaffrey's a running back that's been injury riddled since his. Yeah, hell no, they not equal.
Nah, but what I'm saying is Matt Stafford. Look, he's not Tom Brady, okay? Matt Stafford is old as hell. In fact, we don't even know if he's going to play week 1. We don't even know if he's going to play.
He is playing week 1. Why would we not know?
I haven't heard.
Because he haven't played one game since he got hurt.
He's got a back injury.
He just didn't play the preseason.
I mean, my man haven't even threw a pass in practice.
That's not true. Yes, he has.
What? All right.
They let him practice the last practice. So you think he about to just go out there week 1 and play without practicing, Raj? He's been in practice. He's been in full pass since the end of the preseason. This is
the first time I'm hearing that he was in practice. I'm being serious because I've been checking reports on him for a while.
And in what world as a starting quarterback do you go and just play week 1 of the NFL without doing any type of
Hold on. Here it is. Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford will start week 1 against the Houston Texans per coach Sean McVay. The veteran quarterback had been dealing with a back injury that limited him during training camp. He did not make any preseason contests. It was an aggravated disc that sidelined Stafford for much of training camp. However, he returned to practice on August 18th and was upgraded to a full participant on August 21st.
God damn it, you better start paying attention a little bit more.
Okay, so he threw a couple passes during practice. Okay, I mean, what you want me to tell you? The man is 75 years old.
I love Raj.
Oh my God.
All right, I'm gonna turn it over to you guys, man. I pleaded my case.
I'm sorry. I love challenging Raj because it's just so hilarious. It's so hilarious.
We love that here.
Go ahead, Brandon. I'll go last.
Oh man, that was funny.
So I really do agree with a lot of the things that have been said so far. I predict every game of the season every year, and I posted on the Sunday before. So I have the Rams winning the division at 10-7, barely. I have Arizona and 49ers putting up a fight, but not quite making it. But it's entirely based off of Christian McCaffrey's health. I suspect there's going to be another something that derails him for a few games, and that's just going to hurt San Francisco too much. And that's really it. If he's healthy all year, I could easily see them just rolling. But it's a bit of a, it really is a bit of a hit or miss with him, unfortunately. Arizona, I'm very curious to see if Kyler Murray can step up. I feel like Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have a better second year than he did and he didn't even have a bad year last year. He wasn't like Malik Neighbors or Brock Bowers or Brian Thomas Jr. He wasn't as crazy as we thought he would be, but he was still good. So I can see him getting better and that helping Kyler more. And just, if Kyler can stay healthy as well. But yeah, I agree with you, R&B. Seahawks are just kind of there because now you've got Sam Darnold throwing to Cooper Kupp. I mean, Cooper Kupp's great, but he's no Jay Jettas. So I don't think I feel like we're going to see a downturn from Sam Darnold from last year, who really shit the bed when it mattered most. And that's really what we're not going to see anything amazing from him. I don't feel like the Seahawks they're going to be an average team, I feel like. But yeah, that's basically what I feel about the division. It's all based on, I feel like Matthew Stafford he's old, but he's never been all that mobile. He's been more of a pick you apart with it.
Pocket pass.
He's a precision passer.
Yeah, he was still doing that last year. I still don't know how the hell they didn't, after that Puka Nacua catch with like 2 minutes left. I still don't know how they didn't win that game. That was crazy. What a game that was. But yeah, he still got Puka Nacua. He still got. They got rid of Cooper Kupp, and then they got Devontae Adams. So that should be interesting. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So that's really all I got. You guys pretty much nailed what I feel like.
Yeah, when you look at this division, Seattle's there. They're going to be, in that 500 mix, in my opinion. Darnold will fall back, pretty much in the playoff game, he was reset to New York Jets Sam Darnold. He remembered who he really was.
Seeing ghosts.
So I expect them 9-8, 8-9, somewhere in that mix. Cooper Kupp probably won't stay healthy. He can, but probably won't. Not expecting much out of them. Arizona, they have the tools to be competitive, but they're just not. They're kind of in that weird spot too, right? Like I think they're gonna be in that same 8-9, 9-8.
That's exactly what happened.
7-10, like somewhere in that weird area, because they'll compete and then they'll just lose it at the end, not scoring a touchdown when they need it, or making a bad turnover. So this division really comes down to the Rams and the 49ers. And, I'm going to tell you why, to me, the Rams are going to win this division. Regardless of how you look at this, McCaffrey's injury history has always been a problem. That's the first thing. And number two, Brock Purdy. Like so many people are so high on this guy, so high, and there's just something that's not there. Like people are like, "Whoa, no, he's been to a Super Bowl." All right, but he didn't win. You know, and it's hard to even use that in a way because I've just started like rethinking things. Right before we did this episode, I was thinking about it, and we haven't got to the dreaded the ever so fun to talk about AFC North yet. But when I look at, I've started like kind of just breaking apart things of, we got to hold still to R&B's point that he's made every for a while is the standard has to be different in a sense, right? So like, Burrow, that's been his standard for the longest, right? And to me, you have to prove it again. Brock Purdy just isn't the guy for that. If McCaffrey can't stay healthy, and then you got Ayuk, you got all these different factors. The Rams have retooled their team. Stafford is still a serviceable quarterback. They got Puka, and then you have Adams on the other side, and then we can't forget about Kyron Williams here. I think he has 16 touchdowns last season. That boy can run the ball. We can't take that. I think the Rams win 11, 12 games this year and convinced to win that division.
I got a question for you guys. Since you guys all agree with the Rams taking this division, hypothetically, and I hope it doesn't happen, but what if Matt Stafford goes down with an injury? Do you know who you got next as a quarterback?
I do not know who
Stinson.
Nope. It's going to be Jimmy G.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do got porn star Jimmy.
Porn star Jimmy.
See? And y'all didn't factor that in. Even though
you want to bring that up if Purdy go down, who's your backup quarterback?
Well, anybody but Jimmy G.
Jimmy G went to a Super Bowl. Jimmy G has done the same exact thing with your 49ers that Brock Purdy has done.
Well,
pretty much.
Listen,
same team too.
Listen,
NFC
it's not
appearance loss.
Well, I would say this. It's not my 49ers because I can't stand 49ers.
Well, I'm
but
just saying that
the team I picked. But I will say I would choose Mac Jones over Jimmy Garoppolo. And they got Mac Jones as their backup quarterback.
I think you damned if you do, damned if you don't with each other. but you know what? I'll ask you this real quick. I ask you this, Raj. Give me a quick choice. Rams, 49ers, quarterback room. Which one do you choose?
As far as a quarterback room goes,
just give me a quick choice. I'm trying to go on a quick line. Just a quick
I would go with Rams.
I would
go with Rams. Running back room? Oh, I'm going with the 49ers.
Defense.
49ers.
Not true. Wide receiver room.
I'll probably go with the Rams.
The Rams, you heard it here first. The Rams will have a top 5 wide receiver room in the NFL this year, either 5 or 6. I say,
but you need a quarterback to throw it to. You need a good quarterback to catch the actual throw catchable balls.
So we're you telling me Stafford not a good quarterback now?
No, I'm saying if he goes down with the injury or miss a couple games, right? Because that's possible. He's dealing with a back injury now.
I wasn't talking barring injury. I was only talking simply rating each room from quarterback to running back to defense to wide receiver.
Right.
And in my opinion, it's 3-1. The only room I'm giving the 49ers is running back. And that's only because of Christian McCaffrey. Because as nice as Kyron Williams is, he's no Christian McCaffrey. But we talking about a dude who's subject to miss 3 to 4 games a year.
And that's also, you got to factor that in for Matt Stafford. That's what I'm saying. Stafford is already coming into the season injured. He haven't played one preseason game. He threw the ball maybe 6 times in both those practices he was in. Okay,
so now we're creating a narrative that Stafford is an injury riddled quarterback.
Well, he's not injury riddled. He's just old. He just riddled. He's just riddled.
It's a difference in having a history of getting hurt every year and just being older and having
but that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to talk about this season. This season, he's 37. He's 37 with a bad back. That's like just finding somebody that's a skilled quarterback, but he can't move too much.
Raj, Stafford would be okay. He'd be all right.
All right, I need y'all to clip this episode.
I was already saying I can't wait to come back to this in a few months and just
please.
That's all be wrong.
And I'm not. And once again, I'm not wishing it on him. I'm not. I'm really not, because I actually think he's a great quarterback. He's definitely a Hall of Famer.
It's just asinine to me that you sitting up here to have more faith in a dude who's had an injury-riddled career versus somebody who's just having some pain this offseason. I get it that he's 37, but something that just occurred this offseason that he's been dealing with, and all of a sudden he's more subject to be, beat up and not there for his team versus a dude who's virtually always been beat up and not there for his team, even when he was in his prime healthiness.
And we're talking about Christian McCaffrey that you're mentioning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if Christian McCaffrey goes out, you still got, like I said, Isaac Guerrero. You still got George Kittles. You still got, your wide receivers, right? They might not be, Devontae Adams, but they're definitely serviceable.
Your wide receiver room, bar none, matches nowhere near the Rams, bro.
But hold on. But what I'm saying is that's if Christian McCaffrey's out. Now, let's juxtapose it with Matthew Stafford. Hold on. Let's say Matthew Stafford go out a couple games. That whole operation falls out.
See, you slick, Rod. You know what you try to do. You try to base all your arguments on the narrative of people not being there and being hurt. But the reality narrative is that they are there right now and they not hurt.
He's literally hurt.
And in my opinion, it is foolish to think that the 49ers will be better than the Rams this year.
He's literally hurt right now.
Like for the division that they can scratch and claw and fight because it's Kyle Shanahan, they got talent. I respect the defense and so on and so forth. But to just straight up say that you will pick them flat out over the Rams?
That's why I said it's one of those type of things that doesn't feel right, but I know it's right. Like, it doesn't feel right saying, but I know when it's all said and done, we're going to come back and be like, damn, we all missed it. No, I'm serious. What I'm saying is, if we're going to look back and be like, damn, I'm wrong. I picked the wrong team because I'm looking at it from a talent standpoint instead of an actual what's happening right this second. Once again, Matt Stafford is injured right now. He's playing injured. Also, you got to remember, once that quarterback goes down, now you got Jimmy G as a quarterback. Do you think he could throw to Puka Nacua or Devontae Adams the right way? Hell no. But if I
think he can be serviceable enough to do what they need him to do.
I just don't see it.
He's done it before.
Yeah, but that was like what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Catch lightning in a bottle again. You never know. But
Joe Flacco did it. Joe Flacco did it 13 plus years ago, didn't he?
But
he absolutely out of nowhere just harnessed. Like his elite was that one period.
Yeah. Right. So we'll see. But I'm just telling you guys. My thought pattern is, as far as understanding where they are right now, and with a bad back quarterback that's 37, honestly, I just don't see it.
If it don't feel right, Raj, it's not.
It's not right. I get it.
You either gonna wake up in the morning itching or your wife bitching.
We're gonna feel so dumb if the Seahawks win this division.
Yeah.
What if Sam Darnold come out and throw for 50 touchdowns?
Yeah, right. Sam Darnold turned into the next Joe Montana.
Oh my God. Oh man, that was good. That was good. So, who didn't pick a division yet?
It was Raj.
All right, Raj.
Oh crap! I can't hear him.
You can't hear me?
Wait, I can't hear him. I'm coming right back.
Can't hear Brandon.
His turn.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Yeah, my thing, my computer it cut everything out, and I refreshed the screen. You guys were still there, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, I thought you just must have killed your screen because you had to do something or something like that.
No,
it just kept rolling.
It said error, like something went wrong, and then I just refreshed it.
That would have been rough.
Yeah, this StreamYard do be. Hey, we gotta look into that. Did I send y'all to the group too? Let's look into that. Let's find some time this week to have a conversation about that. The Riverside,
Riverdale, Riverside.
Yeah. That was a reference from one of the homies that's in the social media. He told me that's the new hot wave.
Right.
Testing.
Check 1, 2.
Can you hear me now?
Testing.
I can't hear nothing now.
What happened?
We can hear it.
Yeah, we're good.
Do Raj use his computer or use his phone?
I think he uses his phone.
He needs to start using a computer. That's why he has so many audio issues. You got to use a computer when you're doing this. It's the audio issues, the phones. You get a text message or a call, and it start fucking with the sound and shit. Like it messes stuff up. So it's better to definitely be on the computer or a laptop.
I'm on a laptop.
Or a tablet.
Yeah.
I've done tablet too.
When I use a phone, I use a separate phone that isn't I use a separate phone so that way those things don't happen.
Yeah. Testing.
Check 1, 2.
Yo.
Yeah, I can.
Mike, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, there we go.
Bring them out.
All right, Rod. So pick a division from the AFC.
Yeah, he's definitely using a phone.
All right, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
All right, we're good. Yeah, I hear you.
All right, bet.
All right, yep. So, all right, it's your turn to pick a division. Pick a division from the AFC.
Oh man. All right. So since we're in the AFC, we got to go to the AFC East. My favorite division, even though we had no success in this division for over 50 years, but it's my favorite division. So my pick from the AFC, of course, East is the Buffalo Bills. I don't really have to explain why, because all the rest of the teams suck. But I will say I do feel like Miami will have a better year than they did last year. I also low-key kind of believe in the Patriots too. I think that the Patriots will show that with Drake May, they made the right choice with their wide receiver. I mean, their quarterback, and with their wide receiver being Stephon Diggs, I think they're going to put up some great numbers. They also have, a good running back team too. So I think they can prove that they can at least win more games. Now, as far as the Jets, I don't expect nothing out of them. I mean, just, Fields is going to be Fields. He's going to do what he does. We don't really got nothing to really look forward to. So Buffalo Bills going to win a division. That's my take.
Go ahead, Brandon.
I agree, but I figured this would be the next best division to talk about because this probably has the least amount to talk about in this one because it really should be cut and dry. Bills really shouldn't run away with this. But I disagree. I think the Dolphins are going to get worse. I think they've been wildly overrated for the past 2 years. They are a very soft team. You bring any splendor of physicality in that game, the Dolphins have done nothing but lose their better players over these past 2 years. They haven't really added anyone. Everyone drafts. So I'm higher than I am the Dolphins. I think that Justin Fields' mobility is going to unlock Breece Hall and the rest of the offense. He doesn't necessarily need to go around. He move read option. And you guys have, if I recall, a pretty decent offensive line. At least you've been working on it. And then you already have a formidable defense. If you're a ground and pound team, it automatically makes you competitive. So I think with Fields, actually a decent threat. I also really like the Patriots. I have them actually squeaking into the playoffs.
I'm hearing the TV real loud, like a really loud TV.
I have nothing on.
Yeah, I don't have nothing on either.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, let me just turn it off. See if that makes it go away. Okay, it went away. Go ahead.
Are we good?
Yeah, I don't hear it no more. I don't know. It's weird. I was doing that a couple weeks ago. So go ahead.
All right, so I actually have the Patriots squeaking in as the 7th seed at 9-8. Because we have the AFC East actually is a really easy schedule. I mean, like we've got the NFC South, and then we've got each other. So, I see New England being physical, a pickup that I think is going to be, everyone's going to talk about Stephon Diggs with the Patriots. I think a low key, a really good addition was actually Mac Hollins. Like he has the clutch gene that Stephon Diggs did not have with us, and I think that's also going to matter to have that as well. He's a really good running wide receiver for Ramondre Stevenson. I think they're going to have a more smash-mouth defense than they've had, but at the end of the day, the Bills have Josh Allen, and nobody else has anything close to that. And that's what's going to – Josh is going to do Josh things. We're going to get to the playoffs, and then that's what matters, what we do from there.
Yeah, I mean, I would say obviously, I mean, how could you pick against the Bills, right? That's the first and most important thing. They're going to come in, do what they do, win 12, 13 games and what have you, be a top of not just obviously their division, but towards the top of the whole conference. As for the other teams, I've ran into a lot of Jets fans recently, and they have a lot of faith in Justin Fields. I can't say that I blame him because when he was in Pittsburgh for the 5 or 6 games he played, he showed that he can play. He played well, and we knew once Russell was healthy, they were going to go to him. So not saying that they have a chance to win, but Justin's a competitor, right? Patriots made some moves. Not expecting that high of a needle move for them personally. But, it'll be interesting to see May, Diggs. I think they drafted a running back. I think his name's Henderson.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see what they have. And as for the Dolphins, there's a reason why every fantasy draft I'm in, 2 is left to the free agency. There's a reason. Even in a league with 2 quarterbacks, there's a reason he's still there. Not even to be your second quarterback or your third quarterback to cover the bye weeks for your 2 guys. People don't believe in him. And even though, there's been moments where that offense was taken off when it, like you said, when it matters, they shrink. They go and typically have to play in that cold weather, and typically they're going to lose. Typically. We know that's what it's going to be. But could they win one? Sure. But we all know. I mean, Tyreek Hill is – I was doing a fantasy drive yesterday. Homie was there in the 6th round. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Tyreek Hill, 6th round. It's crazy. But Buffalo's gonna win this. The other 3 teams will compete, but they're gonna fall to Buffalo anyway. That's my take.
I'm gonna be real sweet and short on this one, man. Give me Buffalo, the reigning MVP, to have another stellar season this year. I think they run away with this division. But one thing I do agree with Brandon on is that I definitely think the New England Patriots will challenge in this division this year, and I do think that they are up and coming once again under the regime of Mike Vrabel. I think they will play good defense. They'll run the ball, and Drake May say he's an NSYNC boy, so he says it's gonna be May. Like he doing it. He
I like
said
Drake
he gonna
May.
do it. So yeah, he actually looked pretty solid. So
Yeah.
If he can pan out, Stephon Diggs can. They really not that deep at receiver. So
that dude was good. Demario Douglas as well. Like they got.
Yeah, they got it. They got a team. They got a squad.
But they don't have the names. I don't think they
Henry.
have the names yet to where Stephon Diggs isn't going to think that he can ultimately be in demand to get the ball thrown to him.
He's still at worst like a good slot receiver, I would say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be calling for a lot of balls this year, Pauls. So if they can keep that situation intact and he don't act the fool, I definitely think the Patriots could be there. The Dolphins, man, they are who they are. They start out good when the weather good. By the time it get cold, they turn right with the weather. They turn winter, they get cold. So and then outside of that, you never know if Tua gonna be there or not. Like you don't know if he gonna be healthy. Like when he not there, it's just a struggle. So that shit is just in shambles. So yeah, this is what you get for what you did to that black head coach that's suing the NFL right now. Brian Flores for sure. Yeah, this is what you get because I feel like this situation. He didn't want Tua to begin with. He didn't even want Tua. So he wanted Patrick Mahomes. How ironic. What you know.
Absolutely. Well, we're down to 4 divisions, and I wanted to get this out the way earlier, but it's okay because we're going in the flow of the show, and I ain't going to say the division. I'm just going to go into the team. Jerry Jones.
Oh, damn.
Jerry Jones.
10-inch dick.
And I'm going to say this for the Cowboy fans. Because, let me tell you, yesterday at my in-person draft, this nigga walks in a Ravens jersey, right? And I was just like, yo, you're a Raven? I started saying something about the Ravens, like talking shit, and I realized he wasn't budging. Then, like he wasn't the guy who's usually part of the draft. He came with another guy who's part of the draft, and he said, oh, but he ain't even a Ravens fan. And then I was like, all right, I let it slide. I made some slide remark about the Cowboys. Suddenly he got up out of his chair and got gangster. Oh, so you put on a jersey to cover up that you're really a Cowboys fan. So listen.
Embarrassing.
Listen. I got to get this out there. So here's what's going to happen division-wise, because I'm going to take my time to talk about the Cowboys, because I'm going to do. The Giants are going to suck. They're going to fail. They always do. Will they improve a little bit? Maybe. Jackson Dart will probably be starting before the end of the season, right? But they're still not going to make the playoffs. Then you got Washington. They traded for Samuel. I think if he can stay healthy, that'll be good for them. I'm hoping
he looked good.
Hoping Jaden Daniels doesn't hit the slump, but I do expect them to be competitive. And then you have Philly. Philly lost a lot of pieces. Not gonna lie, they lost a lot of pieces. And then there is that Super Bowl high. So if I'm talking division, I'm kind of torn because I do want to say Philly, but it wouldn't surprise me if Washington found a way to sneak in and get the division, if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. No, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that's a crazy statement.
Yeah, like I want to say Philly, but like I said,
Philly,
Super Bowl
Philly,
high, losing
Philly
pieces.
favorite, Washington dark horse. That's basically what you're saying.
Mhm.
Right. You know, they went out, got Debo, they re-signed McLaurin. I'm still a little concerned at the running back position, but in terms of Eckler. Oh, but they drafted that other guy.
Yeah,
too.
I'm about to say they got a young boy they picked up.
Merritt is his name. Merritt. Something he's got like a dash in his name. He's got like 3 names.
Oh, Krosky Merritt, the running back.
Yeah.
Bill.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Now, Jerry, Cowboys fans, this is great. You know why this is great? Because y'all found a way to make us laugh at you without you snapping a single regular season snap. Like, this has got to be the worst thing that you could have done. And like then Jerry to get up there on TV and say, essentially, we were better off without him, or we made the right move for this football team. How? You prided yourself on defense for so long. How does that make sense to you? In what world? We know your offense can't get the job done. Your quarterback can't stay healthy. Well, it's like you messed everything up. And then you trade one of the best defenders in the league to the team,
if not the best,
to the team that beat you the last time you were in the playoffs.
They beat them like every time.
in Jerry World.
Every time they lose.
Jerry World.
So
Aaron Rodgers owned that team.
It's like, bro,
Michael Jackson on the sideline. y'all remember that playoff game? The tight end over the middle.
It vexes me.
I also remember the Jessica Simpson one.
What vexes me even more, and this is my last point, is that Cowboy fans truly, there's some of them who are ready to switch teams. Some of them are real quiet. They don't even want to say they're Cowboys fans. But then there's still those ones. There's still that group, that core group. This is their year. We're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm like, y'all can't even win. Y'all can't
even win your division.
Y'all can't even win a game of ping pong, let alone your division. But the final word is I'm gonna go with Philly, with a possibility that Washington can creep up and win it, division wise.
I'm gonna hop in and take this one next, fellas, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I might be a little long, but I'm not gonna be too long.
Nah, do what you do.
I'm with Mike. I picked Philly to win this division. I feel like they are the favorites. I definitely think that Washington is a strong dark horse in this division to threaten. We all know what the Giants are. You know, they just there. They are. I feel like they are trending in the right direction, but they still got a ways to go. Now let's get to these Cowboys.
I'm going to be long. It says very quick things about the other 3 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. It's almost like when Reggie White went to the Packers, dog. Thank you, Jerry. If anybody don't know, I'm from Detroit. I love the Lions. I'm rocking St. Brown right now. But the team that I fell in love with football with, unfortunately, it was the Green Bay Packers. So I'm a Packer guy. I was a Brett Favre fan. I'm still an Aaron Rodgers fan. Not so much Brett anymore, but I just thank him. I thank him for sending Micah to us. But I'm gonna surprise y'all on this one though, because this is where I'm probably gonna challenge all y'all at, starting with Mike because he was first to go. As happy as I am that we got Micah Parsons, I don't think that I think it moves the needle for the Packers. I don't think it automatically shoes them in as a Super Bowl favorite, or dare I say contender? Because
it's funny. It's funny you say that. I seen something the other day, I can't remember the names, but a defender got traded to the Packers when Brett Favre was 27. I can't remember his name though.
Reggie White.
Was it Reggie White?
Mm-hmm.
And they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers got it was a defender again.
Peppers.
And they won the Super Bowl.
No. Woodson. He got Peppers too, but they lost in the NFC Championship with Peppers.
But when they got Woodson, he was 27 and he won. And then, now they got Micah and Jordan Love's turning 27. So I just wanted to throw that out there before you I was just like I didn't know if you knew that stat or not. But I just had to throw that in there.
That's actually some good research right there because I did not know that stat. That's cool. Where I was going though is I don't think that this automatically shoes them in to win the championship. And it kind of reminds me of the argument we were having last week about Trey Hendrickson. And when I look at Micah Parsons for what Green Bay paid him, if the Cowboys gave him that money, I don't think it moves the needle for them. They just stuck having an all-world defender, but not being able to put shit else around it, and they stuck looking the way that they always look. Either they had that spurt where they might win 10 to 12 games, get knocked out in the first round, or they just straight 8-8 and ass, or 9-8 and ass, or however you want to look at it. Like they going, it's one or the other with them. So with that being said, everybody know the Cowboys' weakness the last couple of years been you can run the ball on that defense, right? Micah Parsons does not impact rush defense. He impacts pass defense. That's a fact. Jerry Jones was not lying about that. And so I know it's crazy to trade somebody of that caliber, but sometimes you get in situations where you do what you got to do, right? A man can be married to the most beautiful woman in the world, but if she not doing the things proper to be his wife, no matter how beautiful she is, he gonna be in a position to do what he got to do, right? So I felt like it just got that ugly, and it got that nasty between them. They both felt betrayed, and when Jerry was finally at his wit's end and felt hurt, he went on and decided to pull the trigger and see what he could get. And you get Kenny Clark, who is older than Micah Parsons by 3 years, but still a Pro Bowl defensive tackle in this league and can impact helping stop the run. You know what I'm saying? You get 2 first-round picks along with that. So now over the next 3 years, you got 4 first-round picks overall that you can use, you know what I'm saying, to leverage in trade deals or, dare I say, draft talent. Now, of course, you have to hit on this talent, but I feel like it was a 50-50 split. I feel like Micah got what he wanted. He's going to be on the contending team. He got his money. He's in a new place, a breath of fresh air. And I feel like for the Cowboys, dare I say, Jerry made a move that should help them out going forward. So I don't think we can ultimately look at this trade right now and just ultimately say Green Bay won outright because they still got to go win a Super Bowl within the next 2 to 3 years after this trade, in my opinion, Green Bay. And on the Cowboys end of things, the Cowboys still have to leverage those draft picks that they were able to gain And they have to see how Kenny Clark also turns out, on the defensive line for them. Will he pay any dividends in helping get the rush, get the rush defense solidified? Are you? I think it just kind of shows that maybe they're going to make a change now where they're going to try to go more towards stopping the run than rushing the passer. And you got to know somebody's going to give you some production. It's not going to be to the level of Micah Parsons, no. But somebody will, give them some production. Because one thing, and I'm not a Cowboy guy, but one thing that I will give Jerry credit for over the years is, in my opinion, I feel like he's always been pretty good, or the not just him, but the organization. They've been pretty solid when it comes to drafting talented players and developing, players or whatever. Like, I wouldn't say that they're world beaters or that they're great or anything like that, but they've been solid over the years of drafting talent. So I give them that. So, with that, that's where I leave it.
Okay. Well, who wants to go next? Brandon or Raj, whoever wants to go.
Brandon, you can go.
All right. I think that Cowboys are going to be ass this year. Like, we're having trouble stopping the run. Let's just make it so that they'll just throw on us instead. Like, let's get rid of Micah Parsons and take up Kyer Elam, who was absolutely garbage for us. Arguably Brandon Beane's biggest whiff of a draft pick in his career. Who do they have at running back? They don't even still Tony Pollard?
No.
Pollard's on Tennessee.
Yeah, Pollard's on Tennessee. You got
that name
Blue.
Rico Dowles or something?
Yeah, Rico Dowles and Blue.
Not Williams, Javonte Williams from
Well,
Denver.
yeah.
He's also seldomly injured. Like, Dak gets injured all the time. Like, I don't see this offense working all that well.
I think this is I'm sorry to cut you off. I think this is Dak's make it or break year. I think he's done after this year if he doesn't.
Been average. He keeps getting hurt. Now they do have. They just got Higgins, right? That should be a show. See him in Dallas. They still have CeeDee Lamb, who's awesome. But really, like, the defense is not. You're going to make it better that Kenny Clark can stuff the run a little bit, but now you've got no pass rush, and don't have all that great of a second. I mean, you got Deron Bland, but like, Kyer Elam's going to get picked on the other side all year. Like, it's. I honestly think the Giants are going to finish above the Cowboys. I think the Giants are going to be closer to mid than bad. I think their defense is that good. I think Tyrone Tracy is a little underrated. I think Malik Neighbors is that guy. I think Jackson Dart can do something. I think Giants might move on from Russell Wilson a little better than the Steelers moved with Russell Wilson, which I hope so, because I would much rather see Jackson Dart out there. Or I'd rather even see Jameis Winston out there than Russell Wilson. Like, he was rough to watch for Pittsburgh last year. Truth be told, so I think the Eagles are going to win, but I want anyone else to win because I want this streak of NFC East winners to continue to change each year. And because Philadelphia won last year, they're not allowed to win this year. It's got to be someone else's turn again. So I think the Eagles will win it, but I am hoping the Commanders win it just to keep this stupid-ass streak alive.
Oh, man. Go ahead, Raj.
Yeah, I got short and sweet. I got the Washington Commanders winning the division. They're also, by the way, they're my Super Bowl pick to win it all. And also, I think that the Dallas Cowboys definitely took a step back with Michael Parsons on the defensive end. But I do think they took a step forward on the offensive end because they also got they got Pickens. They got Pickens. And I know they don't have a running back and all that stuff. And it's probably going to be a committee that's going to be doing the runs. But the fact that Dak's been putting up numbers when it comes down to, like, when he's healthy, he's able to give, them opportunity to at least score. And I know a lot of his garbage minutes that he's scoring, but we'll see what happens. I don't really think they're going to be as bad as people think they are. I'm not saying they're winning a division, of course, but I think they could be third place just by off of sheer talent that they got on the offensive end. They're going to probably go 8-8 and pretty much be in position to move on from Dak at the end of the season. Because, of course, Jerry wants to win a Super Bowl now. So they're probably going to bring in what's his name again? Their backup quarterback. They just brought him on.
Oh, Cooper Rush?
No, 1 second. I'll tell you. Because I was actually watching their preseason game not too long ago, and it showed he was actually pretty good. And it was the second game playing. Milton. Joe Milton.
That's right. I forgot they got him. That's right.
Yeah, Joe Milton is actually pretty good. I think he's I think once he gets to understand the playbook a little bit more, he's going to show that he can actually win games. And of course,
Joe Milton is going to be a project, though, man. He's a project for them.
Yeah,
he has to be developed, bro. He's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. I know we want to all go, gung ho about that one little nice bomb he threw in training camp to the back of the end zone, but you know what I'm saying? We all seen
last year when he played with the Patriots. He threw like the hardest ball in the StatCast era. Like, yeah, dude's got a cannon. He's just got
Joe Milton.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what. I'm
from Alabama, right?
Yeah, from Alabama.
He's a rookie.
Joe Milton? No, they got him.
No, I mean from Tennessee. Excuse me, from Tennessee.
Okay.
I think this is his third year. Yeah, so I like I said, I think they're going to move on from Dak probably right before the end of the season and go to Joe Milton, and I think he's going to put up some numbers, but of course it's going to be a whole year for him to actually fully develop to where he needs to be. So that's just my take on the division. Like I said, I got the Commanders winning the division.
I completely disagree, man. I do not see them moving from Dak in the middle of the season. I think Dak is going to have a great season. And remember, this is his boy, Mike. How dare he say they're going to move on from his boy in the middle of the season? How did you? I thought you was a Dak fan. You ain't no real Dak fan. I think Dak is going to have a great season. They're either going to miss the playoffs or they're going to claw their way in there some way, somehow at the end of the year. And they'll get popped in the first round. And then it's going to be this all summer long drama of Dak Prescott and the Cowboys.
See, that's something I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Hold on. We going to get to see Stephen A. Past the finals because a lot of the talk going to be about what is Jerry Jones going to do with Dak Prescott. And at some point, they're going to try to make a deal to trade Dak Prescott. But I want y'all to go somewhere with me for a second, though. Let's play Madden real quick. If we all were playing Madden franchise right now, this year, 26, and you get on there and you say, hey, I'm going to control the Cowboys. And we already see what's went down, so you don't have Micah no more. He's already gone. How are you going to move forward, you know what I'm saying, as the GM of the Cowboys if you was playing Madden? How you going to move forward? I want to know what moves you going to make.
Well, the first thing I would do is trade Dak.
You breaking up.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so the first move I will make is trading Dak. And I'll try to find a quarterback that's a decent starting quarterback and then see where it goes from there. Because you got the weapons. You got the weapons on the offensive end. And then the second move I would make is, of course, rebuilding that whole entire defensive, that defense and finding a way where you can become a pretty decent defensive team again. I think that's the only things they're missing is those two things, a new quarterback and, of course, building up the defense.
I would basically.
All right, what would you do, Mike?
What if I was gonna try and fix the Cowboys?
Yeah, if you were the GM, I'm trying to get something out of y'all here because I understand the talent that Micah Parsons is. That's why I'm elated to have him with the Packers. But
I mean,
you gotta understand that they have not placed themselves in the worst position. Like let's not act like first round draft picks are not very valuable in this league. Kenny Clark, does he help? A little bit. No, yeah, he do. He not Micah, but he helps. But he really just the financial part of this deal or whatever to make it go through. Really, that's really what he is. The thing is the draft picks. So when you get them 2 first round draft picks, and now you got yourself with 4 first round draft picks, you should be able to make some pretty good moves with that. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's leverage.
I mean, I would try and upgrade my run game for sure. If I had the capital to do so, and I can do it because that's where they're weak, right?
No, they got cap. They got cap. I think they got the. If I'm not mistaken, I think they have the second highest available cap now after trading Micah Parsons.
Right, but I'm saying,
you're saying run game.
Yeah, no. Not. I wasn't talking about cap space. I'm just saying if you
okay.
Yeah, not their actual space. I said that's where we're weak. They're weak at, right? So I would try and get someone to help me run the ball better, so that way it takes pressure off of throwing. You got CeeDee Lamb, you got Pickens. Now they need help running the ball. They just don't have someone, at least on paper, from what we've seen, who's comparable, who can run the ball for them.
They don't have the same quality offensive line that they used to either.
Yeah, they don't.
Like they used to have elite, like across the board offensive linemen. Now it's kind of, I feel, if I recall correctly, they were kind of mid last year. So you can't have that. Not without no running game and a kind of injury prone quarterback. You gotta make sure you can give the ball off to somebody that can take that pressure off of him. And I feel like that it's going to be too much asking of Dak to do, because the defense going to take a step back. I don't see this working out for them. And to paraphrase Family Guy, Micah Parsons is Micah Parsons, but a first round pick could be anything. It could be Micah Parsons. Like the guy they just got from Buffalo, Kyer Elam, he was a first round pick. Go watch the film of him in the AFC Championship game. Dude was getting absolutely torched by Juju Smith-Schuster. And not like young Juju playing with Antonio Brown. No, this is like 30-year-old Juju absolutely tearing his ankles apart.
I mean, like I said earlier, you got to hit on them. But that doesn't mean that your argument is irrelevant, but the facts are the facts. And first-round picks are valued very highly.
But they're not going to be high first-round picks. The Packers are going to be good. These are going to be in the 20s and 30s. This is not like...
Again, they first-round picks. So that don't mean you have to necessarily utilize them to make picks. You utilize them to make moves as well.
That's fair.
Teams always looking to the good teams always looking to get better. Just like we seen the Chiefs move up to get Xavier Worthy, or whenever they want to move up to get anybody for that matter, they're willing to do it. Good teams always looking to identify talent and move up or make moves for first round draft picks. So I me personally, I see it as leverage. And it'd be different if we sit here talking of a situation where something could have been worked out. But the way that shit played out in the media, it seemed like Micah Parsons wasn't willing to work out anything with Jerry Jones anymore. And at that point, I can't let this continue to fester. I have to make a move.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair.
Fair enough. All right. Who picked? All right. Who picked the last division?
Wasn't it Raj?
With the last division? No.
Oh no,
Mike, it was Mike then.
Mike, you started at NFC.
Mike did, yeah. You didn't name the division. You just went into it.
You just went to Cowboys. That's right.
All right. So whoever wants to pick next, it's either the AFC West or the AFC North.
Let's go AFC West.
Okay. Well, by default, the AFC North will go last. All right. Well, go ahead, R&B. You started off.
Man, this is a tough one.
It is compared to prior years. It actually is.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about them damn Chargers. I do know how I feel about the Raiders. That's definitely
not happening.
Oh man.
It's just gonna be the Chiefs again.
I damn.
Yes, it's the Chiefs.
It's gonna. That's why I'm glad we chose this over. I'm glad we're putting NFC North at the end because I feel like there's gonna be a little more debate. Like it just feels like these AFC West teams don't have shit on the Chiefs. Motherfuckers blocking kicks to win games. Like God damn. Like
y'all don't think it's a chance that the Chargers could try to compete for this?
I mean, they could, but they're not.
No, they don't show up.
Let's keep it 100.
They're like
let's keep it 100.
They only beat the bad teams. They do not show up to play anyone.
But let's keep it 100 though. The Chiefs. To me, even though they had the record that they had last year, they weren't.
They did not pass
impressive.
The year.
Yeah.
No. They were coasting.
It was deep.
So annoying.
They were playing 100% great fucking defense. For sure.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
That's what it is.
So with that being said, Kelsey didn't have a great year.
No.
He's old now. Of course, he's out here trying to, say that he's, dedicated to the game and he's gonna, try to give it his all and he's all in and all this shit like that. Well, why the fuck would you wait to a week before the season or 2 weeks before the season about to start to announce this bullshit with that damn Taylor Swift shit about the damn
Super Bowl and they got their ass beat.
Yeah, that's a distraction. Yeah, that's a fucking distraction. So I don't know. Me personally, man, I of course the Chiefs are the Chiefs. So I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna probably go ahead and say Chiefs will win this division. I'm gonna say they're gonna be the favorites. But I definitely, just like Washington, like we were talking about with the Commanders, I'm going to say the same thing with the Los Angeles Chargers. I see them as a strong dark horse to fuck around and sneak and try to take this division this year. Don't mean the Chiefs ain't going to be in the playoffs. We know they still going to be in the fucking playoffs. But but this run of being like the number 1, number 2, number 3 seed or winning the division, it could be coming to an end because I trust Jim Harbaugh. He's an excellent program builder, and he's been thus throughout his career. He's been a get shit doner, and he's gonna be a challenge at some point, and I think that could start this year. Now, what they do in the playoffs is a different story. That with Justin Herbert, like that's a different story.
While I'm not against the Charger pick, I'm gonna offer an alternative to tell you that the team that should be looked at as knocking them off the throne is the team that's not being considered. And I ain't talking about the Raiders. I'm talking about Bo Nix coming
and the Denver Broncos.
Hitting the league with a fucking frying pan. Right? Mm-hmm. This man came out and we didn't know what we was gonna get, but Lord, did we get something out of him. And now I'm a believer that second year slump is real for some players, not all.
Believer.
But I think they got a good line. He makes pretty good decisions. He's shown he's going to be the franchise guy. And then Denver and a lot of things I've looked at has the top rated defense going into the season. If it hasn't been, it's been them or Pittsburgh. I've seen them both at the top. I've seen Houston randomly at the top. for a top tier defense this year.
Yeah.
So when you look at that and you look at they got Cortland Sutton back there who can ball. Oh Jesus, what the hell is their running back's name? They drafted R.J. Harvey, but then they have that other guy.
Marvin Mims.
Is it him? I know. There's another guy they have.
Corey J.K. Dobbins.
You got Dobbins there, and he played pretty good for the Chargers last season.
Yeah.
The receiver thing is Troy Franklin.
What'd you say?
Troy Franklin.
So they have some pieces there, and they definitely can give the Chiefs a run. Now, the Raiders are going to be a hot mess. They traded for Geno. I expect their running back rookie to be good though. I expect him to show some promise, and of course, Brock Bowers. We know what he's capable of. And then you have the Chargers. They got Keenan Allen back. They pretty much got all their old guys back. McConkley is going to be their guy. Their main wide receiver one, and then they then they draft a running back too as well. The Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers. They got what? Who they got?
I think it's Hampton is his name.
Omari. Oh, yeah, Amari Hampton. Yeah.
So they definitely have a chance. Harbaugh's a defensive coach. He's going to have them prepared. I believe they did make the playoffs last year.
He's a ground and pound. Harbaugh's an all around coach. That's why I trust him. He's not. Mm-hmm. He's really a quarterback whisperer. To be honest with you, that's his coin thing. But he's good with the defense. He's good with the running game. Like he's a great head coach. But let me challenge y'all back on something. I think this division gets 3 teams in the playoffs, but reason why I'm not as high on Denver as everybody else is because I don't trust Bo Nix. He's got to show it to me, to be honest, and I need to see more. To me, Bo Nix looked like last year. He looked like a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He looked pretty good, but he didn't look to the level of what everybody's making him out to be. He definitely has some fucking clunkers. You know what I'm saying? People are making it look like he was out there looking like fucking Jaden Daniels, and that's just not the case, my friends. It's not.
No,
he's definitely got some improving to do and showing to do. I trust Justin Herbert more than I trust Bo Nix.
But I think that I think for me, this is just me personally, I see more out of him than I expected. So to me, like if I
think I saw what I expected.
I didn't expect Denver to just go on this. They went on a little stretch.
They did, but I think it was predicated on their defense, though. The defense. He didn't light the world on fire. He played good enough for them to do what they did, but he in the discussion.
I didn't expect him to be that good to begin with. That's the thing. I didn't expect him to be good enough to lead them there. I did not. There were flashes that I did not expect to see. Like his arm strength is way better than I thought.
Yeah, his arm strength is.
That's what it's got. Like he's
his decision making is questionable.
Like he's decent enough to be, starting caliber, good game manager. Like when they lost to the Bills in the wild card last year, he played well. Everyone else around him shit the bed. They had like 5 drops that game. Our offense torched their defense. Like he didn't do any. Like he didn't have any turnovers. Like he was running for his life. It seemed. I thought Bo showed up to play, and the rest of his team didn't. I just saw more than I was expecting to see from him last year.
But I want to make one other point, and Brandon's about to hate this point, but it's the truth. There's a reason why this we call the AFC Championship the Invitational. The last time they picked against the Chiefs, what happened? Right after they traded Tyreek Hill, they can't do it. What did they do?
They won the Super Bowl.
Then the year after that, they were in a rebuild mode. No one picked them. What did they do? They won.
Saying nobody picked them is garbage. Get out of here. You are not watching the right networks then.
This year, nobody picked them. This year, nobody picked. Everyone was picking them to beat the Eagles. Everyone was picking them. And they lost. So now we're back to no one's picking them.
That's not true. What?
Yeah. Not as many people. Not when they were firing on all these cylinders, and killing people. They're not the same team anymore.
That's what I was just saying.
Kelsey's R&B's point. Kelsey is not the same player. Your top receiver, who you hurt last year, is going to miss 6 games to start the season. Pacheco should be back, I believe. But they're not the same team. But the point that I'm making is, until someone beats them in that divisional round, they're the standard. They're the standard. And, the narrative has changed on them. Before it was, if they go to Buffalo, they'll lose. That didn't happen. If they go to Baltimore, they'll lose. That didn't happen. So all we can do, is base it on what's been seen. And what's been seen is that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they find ways to win. And there's been luck on their side. Like last year, there was a game against Denver. I don't know how the hell he missed that field goal, to end the game.
Blocked.
The
offensive lineman in front of the kicker disintegrated.
In this thing called sports, we've seen a lot of luck and a lot of things just go a lot of team and dynasties way, right? Tell me any of them that's still going today from the past.
Yeah.
My point exactly. At some point, everything comes to an end. Like you just said, they're not the same team. They got young talent. The defense is elite. Don't get me wrong, but it's something you can see the drop off kind of slowly each year, if it makes sense. So yeah, until somebody beats them in the divisional. But what about the first year that they might have to go wild card divisional to get to the invitational?
No,
they haven't done that one.
They already did that.
They did that.
They went wild.
Yeah,
they went wild card.
Because a couple years ago they were like third or fourth or something.
Won the 1 seed and Tennessee won the 1 seed. They've already done it twice. Yeah.
Well,
the only thing that I can think of is the Bills got to win the 1 seed and then they got to go through Baltimore and then go through us. That's the only hope that I can think of. That's the only thing that hasn't really happened is that we haven't gotten that yet. But no, I totally agree. Nothing really matters unless we beat them. Nothing really matters until any of these teams beat them. Until otherwise, they are the standard. I'm pretty sure just like the past 2 or 3 years they've gone not all right. So they didn't do it last year because they rested their starters, but they have done nothing but wiped the floor with the AFC West for the past 5 years. Until any of these teams do anything against these guys, no, this is the Chiefs division, not even close. And Justin Herbert, this should be a breaker.
I disagree.
Year for him too.
I disagree.
What has he done?
I disagree.
What has Justin Herbert done? Nothing. He has done nothing but get his ass in the wild card by Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
You're right. But I'm saying I disagree. I just believe in Harbaugh that much. I believe that a change is coming to this division, and I definitely, like y'all said, I think Denver's going to be there and have something to say about it as well. It's not going to be a cakewalk for the Chiefs like that this year. I agree.
I have the 3 teams going to the playoffs too. I have LA, Denver, and Kansas City making the playoffs.
If you struggle on the offensive side of the ball again this year like you did last year, and you're totally relying upon your defense, I'm saying it here now. The Broncos or the Chargers are going to take this division. You're talking about 2 great head coaches. They're not going to just be consistently at just falling in behind the Chiefs and getting there. These are 2 program building coaches. The Chiefs are not going to have an easy ride, man. Even if it is this year, it's not going to last like that. These 2 coaches are coming.
I mean, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
What you got? You want to throw something in here, Raj?
Real quick, R&B. So you're saying that it's not a make or break season for Justin Herbert? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that. I think it's a make or break season when it comes to Justin Herbert, but only when it comes to the playoffs. Only when it comes to the playoffs. We already know that he can. He's right now. He's Peyton Manning. He's Peyton Manning in the fucking season right now. But then when you get to the playoffs, he's Peyton Manning against Bill Belichick.
He beats up on easy teams. He doesn't beat the good teams. Like look at his record against 500 teams. He has like
career. Hey, I could give you that for a bunch of quarterbacks though. I could give you that for a bunch of quarterbacks in a bunch of different teams. It's the same thing for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys when they were winning with Mike Shanahan. Not Mike McCarthy. It was the same thing. So like, it happens. It happens. I put it to you like this: I'd rather beat up on the motherfuckers I'm supposed to beat up on than lose to them.
Oh no, I agree. That's why everyone thinks Sean McDermott's defense is as good as it is. But no, we shut out the fucking terrible teams, and when it comes to playing the Chiefs in the playoffs, we were the only ones that gave them a 30-plus point game. When it mattered in the AFC Championship. Good for us. Oh, thanks, Kyrie Elam. Enjoy that, Dallas.
Oh, man. Well, that's good. That's always an interesting one to watch. So we head to the NFC North now, and R&B being
this one. You got to say this one for last, Mike.
Nah, AFC North is last because that's the way it went. We've been switching it off. We
fucked up. This was definitely supposed to be last.
Yeah, we've been. I mean, either one can go last, honestly. But it's been AFC, NFC.
I would definitely say NFC North is more like it's harder because I would say because the AFC North it's basically Cincinnati, Baltimore, whereas the NFC North it could be any four of those teams.
Right, any four of them.
All right, we can go AFC North.
Yeah, I'm okay with switching it up just to make the best for last.
So,
oh no, you're AFC North. You take that.
Well, we all know I have no love at all for Aaron Rodgers. At all. Zero.
Just appreciate your respect.
Like tomorrow, if he got into an accident and they said he missed 6 weeks, I would not be upset.
Who's your backup?
Mason Rudolph. I just don't. To me, this season is nothing. To me, from a personal level, it's nothing. Didn't matter to me. Didn't matter. Like, we sat once, 21 went by, and I didn't hear the name Shedeur Sanders. Nothing else mattered. Hell, I would have even taken Jackson Dart, someone who was worth mentioning. But we probably going to be in that flirty.
For a Hall of Fame legend.
We're going to be in that flirty range at 8-9, 9-8, maybe 10-7. I ain't expecting much out of us. Cleveland, I'm expecting even less from them because Lord have mercy. They just can't even get their quarterback room right, let alone their team. Now, it comes down to one team. You could say two on paper, but really it's one. Because, we know Cincinnati's defense is god-awful. It's atrocious.
Already.
It's horrible. Like, it is like just standardized hot garbage. Offensively, they arguably have the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the league with Burrow and Chase.
And the top three wide receiver room.
Yeah, because you got Higgins there as well. Like we said last week, I think we talked about them overpaying for that room, for that wide receiver room, because you compromise the rest of the team. Now, if you haven't addressed that offensive line or that defense, the same thing's going to happen. They'll throw up 45 points, but if your defense allows 46, you lose the game. It's just that simple. When you look at Baltimore, regardless of how their season ended, Derrick Henry was an improvement. He helped them. He helped them he helped them in the sense of Lamar didn't have to run the ball all the time.
Which is why he's not MVP.
We're not even going to get started on the MVP because we know what that was. We know why he did not get MVP. It wasn't
because he had a 2,000-yard rusher in his backfield and he was playing Madden on easy mode.
They knew they had to give Josh Allen something, bro. We ain't gonna go.
He deserved it.
We ain't gonna go there.
All pros versus one, and we send them home.
They always all leagues typically get it wrong with MVP.
It certainly did the year prior.
I think they got it right. I think they got it right with the MVP, but I will say this in Mike's defense. If you look at Aaron Rodgers' numbers last year and you look at Josh Allen's numbers, they not that far apart.
Unless you
Josh Allen
running touchdowns and yards.
But I was just about to say, but Josh Allen's was a lot more cleaner and it produced winning.
Yeah. But also it's the rushing touchdowns. That's just passing touchdowns. And we all watched Aaron Rodgers play it last year. He will take the safest plays possible to preserve his stats because all that matters to him is him. And so no, I don't I get it. Yes, the stats are kind of similar, but the second you add rushing stats in there, and Lamar's playing with a much better squad. That's why I have Lamar and the Ravens winning it all this year. They're gonna finally figure it out because they just got Jair Alexander. And that defense is going to be even better again. And they're just they are. I think this is the year that the Bills get over the Chiefs in the playoffs, but then the Baltimore Ravens get over the Bills in the playoffs, and then they win. It's just going to be a fuck me in the playoffs.
Well, and that's just the thing I was going to say is that Henry improved that for them. Lamar having to run the ball less helps them. What you call it? Decreases Lamar's chances of injury. So, and then that when they do the fake handoff, there's times I don't know who has the damn ball. So if I don't know, they don't know either. I mean, if they don't know, I definitely don't know. Because you just see once they'll go follow Derrick Henry, Lamar's 20 yards up the field already.
There was definitely a couple times they got the cameraman last year. Oh
yeah. Mm-hmm. So I got the Ravens winning it. They're going to win something like 12 games this season, 12 and 5, Baltimore's going to run off into the sunset, maybe even get that number 1 seed if they play their cards right. Because that week one matchup against Buffalo is going to make or break the season. Because I'm telling you, it's going to come down to one of those two teams for first overall, and I wouldn't shock me if that game decides it.
Okay, all right. So putting it that way, I thought you were gonna say the Bills are gonna spiral out of control like the Bears did last year, and I'm like, what? So that I can agree with. Yeah, that's ultimately I have the Ravens getting the 1 seed, and they have it because they have that tiebreaker over us. So, I agree entirely. Ravens are. As far as I'm concerned, the Ravens are the team to beat this year.
And the whole league, or just the AFC?
The whole league. They are from top because the Eagles lost so much.
That's completely asinine. They did not win. That's horrible. That's a horrible take.
Horrible, really?
Yes. What championship did they win? Please tell me.
I thought we're talking about 2025, right? Right, Raj?
So hold on. So the premise of 2025 can only come off of the back of what just happened for 2024, right?
Not necessarily.
I mean, every year's different. We're trying to, making predictions for moving ahead. I think the Ravens were already a top to bottom, high quality team, and they only got better in the offseason. So
So what? So what? What did they win?
So we're just going to crown the Eagles this year's champion, right? We're just
No, but they are the
all
team
the
to
games
beat
they won
because
last year.
they in the NFC, the Eagles are the team to beat because they are the NFC champions and the Super Bowl champions. In the AFC, the Chiefs are the team to beat because they are the 5 or is it 6? Is it 6 or 5? 5-time AFC champions in running.
No, they've
So
only
that
won
makes
the last three. They got cut off by the Bengals.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yep, good one. So 3 years in running, but they've been in it 6 years in a row, I think, in the AFC Championship.
So hear me out. Buffalo going to step up in the playoffs this time because we're going to stop them from taking our record of 4 consecutive Super Bowls.
Hold on. So let me finish though. So you know what I'm saying? But in the entire league, Philly is still the team to beat because they are the Super Bowl champions, which takes me into my point about this division. Yes, I have the Ravens as the favorite to win this division. They should win this division. I also think that this is another one of those divisions that could threaten to have 3 teams make the playoffs because we all know
not Pittsburgh or Cleveland.
I think Pittsburgh will be in the playoffs this year.
9-8 again.
I think that they will be in the playoffs this year again. I have more faith in Tomlin and Pittsburgh sneaking into the playoffs with an old Aaron Rodgers again than I do over the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow because of how bad that fucking defense is. I could go out there with my son and 4 of y'all and play better fucking defense right now than what they fucking playing. Just off of
Trey Hendrickson, right?
So my point is this though. I got the Ravens as the favorite. They should win this division, but I can't have them as the team to beat. But what I will say for Lamar Jackson, the excuse has been over, to be honest with you. But this year, Lamar Jackson has no excuses. This is going to be a top 3 defense in the NFL. He's got all the skilled players that you could ask for on the offensive side of the ball, barring injury and everybody stays healthy. You got an all-world Derrick Henry coming off a 2,000-yard season last year.
Would you talk about Buffalo's roster this way?
when everybody thought he was done, right? So Lamar, he got to get it done. Like, to be honest with you, he has to get it done so that we can look at him and say that he's the team to beat. But until you win, you can't be the team to beat, man. Y'all gonna stop doing this to Jalen.
That's my prediction, though. I think this year they're going to be scary again. And I think once we see them,
being scary don't make you the team to beat. You got to win something. Being scary don't win championships. Because they've been scary. They scary every year. They've been scary every year, except when Lamar Jackson. Since Lamar took over, except for when he was injured.
Yeah. So you're not wrong. That's my prediction. I think that this year they are gonna, like, from top to bottom, front to back, they're gonna kick ass this year, and pretty soon, like pretty quickly, we're gonna see and be like, oh, they're scary. We'll see what they do in the playoffs because they usually do choke. But like getting there, they're gonna be, I think.
Don't get it twisted though.
They are the team to beat.
Okay, I could give you that.
Yeah, no, not from a world standpoint. Like, definitely the Eagles, I agree, but just from like staring at the roster on paper, it's too crazy.
Don't get it twisted with your boy Josh Allen though, because he ain't got no excuses either.
But are you going to say, like, this is what I'm saying? Are you going to talk about Josh Allen's, about the Bills roster the way you just talked about Baltimore's roster?
We can highlight some talent that you guys got, but I will say that overall rank, even in coaching, I trust Harbaugh more than I trust McDermott. To be honest with you, I think that your running back, Derrick Henry's still a beast, but I think y'all got a beast. Y'all got a beast too.
Khalil
Cook's dude. He's that dude. So So y'all got a good enough team to get it done, in my opinion. I think me and you had this conversation in the past, man.
Yeah, no,
because
that was like
y'all think it's McDermott. I feel like McDermott just, I don't know, man. I just feel like it might be time for a new voice.
We're on the same wavelength for the most part, R&B.
Yeah.
What do you think, Raj? I haven't heard you hop in here on this division yet.
Well, I've of course got the Ravens winning the division. You know, it's by a long shot. But as far as a team to watch, I'll probably say the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know if they're going to figure it out, but they need to make it to the playoffs, and they have to figure out their defensive problems that they're having because they got all the tools. They got Chase Brown, they got Jamar Chase, they got Higgins. I mean, they of course they got Joe Burrow, but it's like you got to figure out what you're going to do on a defensive side. Because if you don't figure that out, you're not going to make the playoffs. So if they don't figure,
what you gonna figure out at this point? What you gonna figure out at this point?
Well, you gotta make some trades. You gotta make some moves. You gotta figure out where you want to.
The problem is they're spending like 75% of their cap on 4 players.
Yeah, and then they're not going to make the playoffs, and eventually one of those guys that are the top guys on their offensive side is going to have to go because it's not going to work. They're just going to be a great Madden team. Like they're going to be a good team to play with Madden, but they're not going to be a team to actually win actual games and win a division. So that's my take on it, man. I think the Bengals are going to be one of those teams that I'm going to be watching just to see what kind of moves they make.
And then just to dot our I's and cross our T's, the Cleveland Browns are also in this division.
Yeah, but they got 3 quarterbacks, so
which means they have none.
Exactly. Nah, but all jokes aside with Cleveland, I hope they figure it out. I hope they make their decision when it comes down to those 2 rookie quarterbacks, so they can either trade Shedeur Sanders or start Shedeur Sanders. They could just move on from the whole drama because I'm completely over it.
We all are. Didn't they get rid of the other one though? I thought they cut that.
Yeah, that was Pickett.
They traded Kenny Pickett.
And they got rid of Tyler Huntley too.
Yeah, they got rid of Tyler.
Yeah, but they still got, of course, Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur. Yeah, they got 4.
Technically, they have 4 quarterbacks on their roster.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
3 quarterbacks and a diddler.
I ain't. You know what though, man? I know it's been a lot of criticism with the whole Shedeur shit with the Browns, and I understand the whole thing with when it comes to just Shedeur personally with that whole situation with the draft night and stuff like that. But overall, for the Browns, I would say, in my opinion, I think they handling this situation the best you can handle it with what they got to work with. That's all I can really say about it, man. Like they got a good defense. They got a good defense for sure, but
yeah,
that's really it. So we'll see what Joe Flacco do, but I'm not expecting much. I'm just not. I think it's set up for I said this last week. I said I think between Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel, how the story is gonna go is that one of them is gonna play bad and one of them is gonna get hurt. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I believe that's probably what's gonna happen with the luck of the Cleveland Browns, and that'll probably be how we ended up seeing at some point Shedeur Sanders start for the Cleveland Browns.
It's just bound to happen at some point.
It's just they luck.
Yeah,
I'm calling it.
So we got 1 division left, and sorry, my daughter's going by. Usually means she's up to no good. So we got 1 division left. It's the NFC North.
Black and blue.
R&B, I'll let you go first.
Your division.
Gentlemen, the Detroit Lions repeat this year again as NFC champions of the Black and Blue division. This division is going to be fucking tough. It definitely is. I think this is going to be the most exciting division to watch in football because all four of these teams, I believe, have rebuilt and retooled over these last few years, gotten some talent in there, and if they do, what in the hell is that? Somebody got a Hellcat in their background or a bad
Yeah,
muffler Toyota?
that's me. It's in the background.
But yeah, man. So, but with that being said, I do think with the coaching of Dan Campbell, another year of us being the team that has the youth along with the veteran leadership and the proven quarterback in golf. I think that gives us the advantage this year to come out and win this division for second year in a row, I believe now. No, third year in a row. I'm sorry, third year in a row. Win this division. And I think Green Bay will come right in second behind us. They definitely will be in the playoff push. They will be a threat. They will be a roadblock, I believe. The Bears, I think, are going to be better this year with Ben Johnson and the Caleb Williams connection and all of the talent that they got over there, what they're building with him. And then last but not least, we already know what Minnesota did last year with Sam Darnold. Now, I would probably have to go with it just in the order that I did. Reason why is because with JJ McCarthy, we all know like this is basically his rookie year. Right. So it's putting a lot on his shoulders and it's asking a lot, for him to ask him to come in and ultimately produce like Sam Darnold produced last year. Even though Sam Darnold was a journeyman, he still was a veteran NFL quarterback that could, had an idea of studying a playbook and grasping it. JJ McCarthy got a chance to sit last year through injury, and we'll see, how that experience transfers over into this year. But I think that's how I'm gonna rank it, though. I think just how I went over them, I got Detroit winning the division. I got Green Bay right behind us at a close second, and then I see Chicago coming in at third and Minnesota at fourth, because JJ McCarthy, I believe, will hit a learning curve, and he might struggle for a second there before he gets off the gate.
Go ahead, Raj.
Yeah, I pretty much agree. It's going to be a very tough division. I think that, of course, Detroit's going to win the division, but it's not going to be like a long shot. It's going to be kind of like a battle towards the end. I also love what Green Bay have added, like on a defensive end with Michael Parsons, and also the fact that they got a pretty good offensive game too. I think once they get it all together and make it all work, they're definitely going to be a great team to watch and a great team to compete, because they got everything they need right now. And then, of course, when it comes down to Chicago, and it comes down with the Bears, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I love Roma Duze. I love what he's what he did last season. I also believe that Caleb Williams, if he can get out of his head and actually just play football and not focus on all the noise, he's actually going to be a really good quarterback, because he definitely showed some flashes in his rookie season as well. And as far as the Minnesota Vikings, I think that the Vikings with J.J. McCarthy, this pretty much being his rookie season, and Justin Jefferson on the team, they're gonna have some really good games to watch, but they're not going to go anywhere. I think they're going to have to probably figure out what they're going to do with the run game. To be quite honest, Aaron Jones is he's not who he used to be. I think he's 30 plus, so you hit that wall. So they got to figure out their run.
Season last year, though.
Yeah,
What's
and
that?
he played and he
He
started
had a good
every
season
game.
last year.
Yeah, he had a good season last year, but I think he's probably going to start feeling it this year. Because like I said, he's 30 plus. If my memory serves me correct, let me see.
I think you're right.
Yeah, he's 30 years old, and once they hit 30, running backs kind of take a dip. So I'm not really expecting much out of him. I'm not saying he's not going to be a serviceable, running back because he is who he is. But there's a lot to go into it, especially knowing that you're playing alongside with a rookie quarterback. So he's probably going to be used a lot for a lot of things.
Division.
Yeah, in a very, very tough division. So we'll see what happens. But this is definitely going to be probably one of the most watched divisions for me because I love a lot of the players in this division. So, but my pick, of course, is the Detroit Lions.
You want to take it, Brandon, or you want me to go?
You can go, Mike.
The Lions have been great, especially the last 2 seasons. The only thing that really concerns me, and it's not a big concern, I don't think, because your head coach is the same, but they got 2 new coordinators, a couple other coaching changes. Which could be an adjustment, but it might not be. You still have this core coming back with Gibbs, Montgomery. Obviously St. Brown's a monster. And hopefully, I hope they can involve Laporta more. Because in season 1 he was a monster. Last season they weren't calling plays for him. And it didn't even seem like they were. How like sometimes. A lot of times plays break down and then the wrong guy's open and, there was just no scenario where he looked like he fit like he did in his rookie year. So I think that'll be a big part of them too. But Green Bay definitely, in my opinion, has a chance to win the division if they play well. I believe they won 11 games last year. I believe Jordan Love is due for one of those career seasons, if you will. Like that. He's just gonna come out and just play elite football.
He just got to stay healthy and stop, like you said, get out his head.
Yeah. Because I remember, was it a playoff game? There was I want to say it was a playoff game. You guys help me out here, where he came out.
Come on, when they played Dallas. When they beat Dallas?
I remember the first 3 possessions was like 3 touchdowns. They just came out and sucker punched whoever they were playing.
Yeah, I think it was Dallas.
Oh, no. You talking about when they played San Francisco at the week after they beat Dallas.
Oh,
when they almost upset San Francisco because it would have been Green Bay and Detroit in the NFC Championship that year.
Okay, yeah. So I couldn't remember what year it was, but I remember just watching this dude come out and just make the right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of factors, but he was balling them first 3 drives, and then after that, it kind of went flat. But the point I'm making is, if you can get some degree of that through the course of the game, because to me, hot starts are only as good as your defense. And if your defense, you either got to keep going or your defense has to protect the lead. But they definitely have a shot. As for Chicago, Caleb had a rookie year. He did what I expected. And but I do believe there's improvement. They still have some pieces. Their pieces. I believe the tight end that they drafted, Colston. I think it's Colston Loveland.
Oh, Loveland, yeah.
I do believe that they need to utilize the tight end position more because, this is just my observation on him. Him throwing down the field, that didn't seem to be his thing, at least not yet. Some bad throws, some errant throws, but they need to utilize that more. As for the Vikings, this is JJ's rookie season technically because he missed all of last season, so he's eligible for this to be his rookie season. And I believe that they're not going to replicate what they were able to do with Darnold, but I do think they can win 9 or 10 games. You still have Justin Jefferson there, of course, and he's one of the top receivers in the league. But I'm gonna do kind of do the same thing I did with the NFC East. I'm gonna pick the Lions, but I could see Green Bay sneaking in and winning the division.
So you're all on the Lions, huh? I've actually got Green Bay taking the division this year.
I got it. Since you said that, I got to ask you real quick. Is that because of Micah or no?
He pushed the needle a little too far, yeah. And it's partially that, and I think you guys are just going to start a little too slow because you need to get accustomed to your new coordinators. You're still going to be the dogs you guys are. I just think there's going to be a little clankiness and a little rust and trying to figure out the new identity of the Lions. Now it's not Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. Because those guys were straight up awesome coordinators, so it's going to be hard.
That is true.
So that's my biggest concern with the Lions is that you guys are going to figure it out by season's end, but the first couple of weeks are going to be a little janky trying to get used to this new offensive system, and that's going to cost you down the line. Especially since you guys open against Green Bay?
Yeah.
So I think that, in my opinion, Green Bay is going to take the division. I will agree that Micah adding to that defense was a big thing. But in the same sentence, Detroit's getting Aiden Hutchinson back. So that's big as well. So it's just going to be
and 12 other players off the IR.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Which is what I say, like 12 other players off injured reserve.
Yeah, that's right. You guys
that's what a lot of people sleeping on.
Oh, messed up. That's true. That's very true. So that's something I didn't take. But that's my main concern is just I think they're gonna start off a little slow, and that's gonna hurt them down the line. Otherwise, I think the Lions will be just fine. I think they'll do work. But yeah, because Micah just has to step in and be like, go get that guy. Okay. And then so Mike has been friends with me on Facebook for a good long while. Every year I post a preview, a prediction of the entire season. By far, the Vikings and the Bears have always been the team I've struggled most to figure out what they're going to do. So I'm never, ever confident with my picks on them. I could totally see the Bears sneaking into the playoffs or being unfortunate like they were last year. I'm pretty confident that the Vikings are going to take a step back because that last year just felt crazy to begin with.
Bears and Vikings play each other Monday night, week 1.
Oh boy, that'll be interesting. So
and there's also a Friday night game.
That's the Chiefs and Chargers.
So I just wanted to put that out there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah. So I definitely see the Vikings taking a step back, but I don't know how far of a step back. I do not see them going 13-4 again. And then the Bears, we'll see. But yeah, I think the Packers are going to take the division, and I think the Lions by week 6, 7, you will see them just as dangerous as they were last year.
Good point on the coordinators, and I think we talked about that in an earlier summer episode. The one pushback that I did give on it, not really a disagreement though, because you are right in what you say is that. But we did promote from within. And,
that's good.
It's normally better when you promote from within because everybody on the same program already.
And another good thing verbiage, what the exactly. They were part of the process. Yep. So that's good to know. I wasn't sure of that. I do like that. The Bills do the same thing. It's really important to do it that way. Actually,
Yeah, it is.
Hell yeah.
Hey, real quick too. One of those players I want y'all to be on the lookout for. I'm telling you, I think that this kid will possibly have rookie Puka Nacua impact on the Detroit Lions offense. Tesla.
Oh, I'm glad you said it.
Vanillatron.
Yeah. Because you know what? I actually have him on my waiver wire watch. He's going to be a problem.
Who we talking about?
Tesla.
He's a wide receiver named Tesla. What college did he come out of?
I forgot. But he's got all the tools. He's got everything.
They call him Vanillatron. He's
is hilarious.
He's 6. I think he's 6'3".
Yeah,
about 226 somewhere around
and,
there.
and he's fast.
Fast.
Let's all come over the player that, like, you know, we think they're gonna make a name for themselves this year. I think this would be a fun little thing for this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say, not from a fantasy standpoint, keep your ears out on the Bills for Tyrell Shavers, the wide receiver that has been on the practice squad for the past 2 years and has been nothing but balling and finally made the 53 because he's an absolute monster in training camp, preseason. He's done nothing but be an awesome person and player every opportunity he's got. I'm excited to see him get a shot. He had one catch against the Jets last year in the final game, and he took it 69 yards to the house.
I'm gonna go with the wide receiver on Tampa, Ibaka.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with him. You know, Godwin is down, and he's probably gonna step right into that role. And we know Tampa Bay's a passing team, and that's one thing that you know I'm looking heavy on with that situation. That he's definitely they are a passing team, and I think that he's definitely gonna make a name for himself this season, to the point where when Godwin does return, he might even have less of a role, potentially, if he's playing well.
Yeah, and I'm going to roll with Jackson Dart, even though he's not starting, but I do feel
by the end of the year.
I feel like he will be started by the end of the season.
I am very in agreement with that. He will be starting.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Jamie Winston's there because he's a good locker guy. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Him to be on TV all the time. Retire already. You are such a good personality.
He's a good locker room guy as far as, like, you know, morality, and he's a great mentor for him. But I do want to see Jackson Dart go out there and start. So that's a guy I would say I can't wait to watch and see.
All right. Fuck yeah.
Man, you know what? It's crazy. Raj stole mine.
Yeah.
That's why when he said it, I looked up like that. Like, I'm in agreement.
I think we all see it. Yeah.
Like Jackson Dart, man, he definitely looks like he's gonna be a good NFL quarterback. So then, you know, having a good quarterback room to learn in behind Russ and Jameis, you know, I think that's gonna bode well for him. That's why I said earlier, I think the Giants are definitely trending in the right direction. But since Raj
bad this year.
Mid. I agree. Definitely closer to mid than bad. So with that being said, since Raj kind of already put him out there, I'm gonna just roll with my boy Tesla.
Well, no, you were the one that started it. We started. I was like, oh, let's go on. Let's the rest three of us do what you just did. That was awesome. I like that.
All right. So we broke down the divisions. So now I want to get everyone's conference championship prediction.
So I'll go first.
Okay.
For NFC, like I told you guys, you know, I got the Washington Commanders winning the NFC, taking it. AFC, this is tough.
Hold on. I need an opponent though. I thought we doing
No, I want you to pick the matchup first. So pick pick the matchup on each side. So pick the Commanders and who's gonna be
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna boil down to I believe it's probably gonna boil down to the Commanders and the Eagles.
Ooh, again.
Okay.
You know, it's going to boil down to that on the NFC side, but I have the Commanders winning it. But as far as the AFC, of course, I got the two best teams in the AFC going up against each other, and that's the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. And I really don't know who's going to take it because Yeah, that's going to be the first time we ever seen the AFC in this position, but we'll see what happens.
Well, you got a little time to think about it.
Yeah, I can't make up my mind, but those are my two picks for the NFC and the AFC.
I'm going to go next because I can't believe I'm not the only person that's going to say Buffalo and Baltimore for the AFC Championship. I thought for sure all the rest of you three were going to have that. I mean, I said earlier in the show that I was like, this is the year that we get off the schneid, then they get that off the schneid. So I think it's just, I think it'll be Ravens and Bills. I think the Ravens will beat us because we'll be playing that game in Baltimore. I think they're going to get the 1 seed. I have the Eagles playing the Packers and beating the Packers, and then I have the Ravens beating the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
On the NFC side, I'm gonna go a little wacky here, and this is gonna seem crazy. Crazy.
I'm ready for it. Bring it.
But I'm going left field. I'm gonna go Washington over the Rams in the NFC Championship.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just go for it. I think I think Washington's a sleeper, but the Rams, there's something in me that's telling me that they're gonna do something this year. I don't know why, but they're gonna do something. They're gonna do something. And then as for the AFC, see, it's real hard because in my mind, Baltimore and the Chiefs, or Baltimore and the Bills is the right thing to do. But damn it, something tells me 6-0 in that divisional round. I can't do it. It's going to be Chiefs and Buffalo. Lamar's going to fold again.
I'm just happy you all have so much faith in my team.
Lamar's going to fold again. I
hope you're right. I hope you're right.
But I do think that this time that Buffalo will finally beat their alter ego, if you will. but yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo and Kansas City. Because eventually Josh Allen or Lamar has to do it, right? Like,
then again, not really. Not really. Because Patrick Mahomes is just as young as they are.
You're right.
And then again, not really. Because I'm going to tell you exactly why.
All right, let's hear it.
Blow our mind. Let's go R&B.
I got to get whack. I'm going to go wacky with my shit, too.
Let's go.
I got to have the craziest shit. So in the NFC, not so crazy. I'm calling Rams Eagles. I think the Rams come back, avenge themselves from last year where they felt like they were that one play away from getting to another NFC championship to try to go to the Super Bowl. So I think the Rams get back to the Super Bowl again this year with that young defense, old man Stafford, and that top receiving core.
Jared versus.
And then on the AFC side, give me the Chiefs.
You look like you don't even want to say the other team.
Because I know how Raj already know what I'm gonna do.
No, go ahead. I want to hear it. Chiefs and
that bad man Aaron Rodgers. Are going to the AFC.
I know you're joking. Nah, I think he's trolling. He's trolling.
We go get that bad old man Rodgers against Patrick Mahomes. We gonna get the showdown that we've longed for. We are gonna get the showdown that we've longed for. Tomlin is gonna get Aaron Rodgers to the Mahomes Invitational.
Come on, are you for real?
Pittsburgh Rams.
Oh man, who want to see that old ass Super Bowl?
Pittsburgh Rams.
That's the Super Bowl from like 1974.
Exactly. Nobody want to see that.
Pittsburgh.
Nobody want to see that.
Jesus.
That would be the slowest. matchup in Super Bowl history.
There would be so many sacks, bro.
Y'all laughing. Y'all laughing.
That would set the Super Bowl record for sacks. I guarantee. Watt, Jared Verse going back and forth with those old quarterbacks. Oh my god.
Oh man, it's gonna end up a field goal game.
Oh no, yeah, I'll happily pass on that Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
The old man. This is the narrative. The old man comes and does what all of the other youth Dragon Ball Z fighters should do. He comes and knocks off Vegeta. Goku returns to knock off Vegeta.
Oh man, I can't.
Oh, Gohan Jackson and Joshua.
Oh my god. I can't believe he really. I thought I was at left field with the Rams.
Nah, that's left field. That's like
that.
Wow.
That's just my heart.
That's in the stands. That's foul ball.
That's my heart funny pick. That's what I would like to see happen.
Nah, but it's funny because like I had a feeling he was going to say that.
Knocks off Mahomes, but my football mom tells me that it'll either be Buffalo, Baltimore, or Kansas, Baltimore, one or the other. It all shakes out on who, if anybody, can step up and knock off Mahomes this year or not.
It's literally that. Quite literally, that's really all that matters in the AFC.
Yeah. That's really the only way you can pick it. To be honest,
it's beat Mahomes.
Make them go through somebody else first. Period.
Yeah. Man,
hopefully not be CJ Stroud again. Because they're not going to get that done. But
it's definitely going to be interesting.
I am ready.
That's for sure.
Me too. I can't wait.
Let's get this season on the road. I can't wait to come back to this episode and look how terribly stupid we all were.
Some of this shit gonna be Jim shit. This is gonna be Jim shit.
Nah, some of us gonna come out looking like geniuses.
Make sure you time mark this shit, because I'm telling you, if Aaron Rodgers go to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna need this to be viral.
We revisit.
Hell no.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna need this to be viral so we can.
No, hell no. I don't even want to even look back at that episode when you mentioned about Aaron Rodgers making it to the Super Bowl. Come on, man.
If he goes to the AFC Championship, that'll still make it viral.
We'll never hear the end of it.
No, we got.
Yeah. Y'all will never hear the end of that. Y'all definitely will never hear the end of that.
He's like, I told you. What did I tell you?
So one segment that I did want to do this year before we get out of here, because we're almost at the 3-hour mark. But one segment that I did want to do was I wanted us to pick the winners of each game. No explanation needed. Just I'm going to name the game. You just pick the winner.
Oh, for this first week?
Yeah, well, this is a segment I'd like to do every week, but I'm trying to make sure we get it done. All right, we're going to start with the Thursday night game. Cowboys at Philly.
Philly is stomping them. It's not even going to be close.
I'm going to go with Cowboys.
Oh! Just to go against the grind. Man. Philly. Friday night, Kansas City at Chargers.
KC.
Yeah, I got you said at Chargers? I got the Chargers.
No, it's in Brazil though. It's not.
Oh, it's in Brazil.
Yeah, Chargers.
No. Then I got Kansas City.
The home game to the Chiefs. That's awful. I'd be pissed if I was a Chargers fan.
Damn. So it's not even at their home.
That is wild.
Yeah, that's legendary nasty work.
I agree.
Chargers.
I'm going to go Kansas City. Pittsburgh at the Jets.
Oh, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Jets.
Giants at Washington.
I got Washington.
Washington. Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Oh, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Atlanta.
I'm going to go with Atlanta. Cincinnati at Cleveland.
This one's harder than we realize.
You know what? As
terrible week 1.
yeah. I'm gonna roll with Cincinnati, but reluctantly.
I agree.
Because I don't trust them at all.
Same here, and I'm guaranteeing by week 3 they 1-1.
I'm picking Cincinnati, but history shows us that this could definitely go Cleveland's way.
Yep.
Miami at Indiana.
Taking Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
God. Carolina at Jacksonville.
Oh God, it's going to end up in a tie.
So if that comes through, that'll get us fired.
0-0.
They're led by basically the same quarterback. Number 1.
They're the same team.
Anything yet?
They're the same team.
I'm going with Jacksonville.
Yeah. Now you know what? I'm gonna roll with Carolina.
Okay, I respect it.
I think they need that win more than anything.
They really need to start. I would agree with that. They
Who's at home again?
It's at Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
I'm gonna roll with Jacksonville.
Duval.
Yep.
You heard that introductory press conference? That was so good.
That was horrible.
Duval.
Raiders at Patriots.
I'm gonna roll with the Patriots.
I agree, Patriots.
New England.
What'd you say, R&B? Who you rolling with? New England. Arizona at New Orleans.
Oh man.
Zona.
Another team that's going to end up in a tie. 0-0.
No.
Arizona normally start out hot. Did Kyler Murray?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just trolling, but yeah, Arizona got it.
Saints gonna be fighting for number 1 overall.
By week 4, he'd be a dumpster fire or hurt.
Yeah, because that's when the new Call of Duty comes out. So he should be packed up by then.
Call of Duty comes out, then he turns to duty.
Yep, exactly.
Tennessee at Denver.
I'm gonna roll with Denver.
I agree, Denver.
What time is that game?
4:05. Tennessee and Denver's 4:05.
I want to feel like Cam.
I'm gonna say rookie Cam Ward walk up in there and show Bo Nix what it is on week.
First game
for the week 1 rookie hype.
Wow,
on some Cam Newton shit. Remember when Cam Newton did it to Green Bay and people didn't think he was gonna do it?
That's facts.
I mean, no ring.
True. San Francisco at Seattle.
San Francisco. CMC is still healthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it this to 49ers.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the 49ers.
49.
Until otherwise.
Yeah.
Detroit at Green Bay.
This is a tough one.
I'm gonna stay consistent with my pick in the division. Detroit's gonna come out slow. Green Bay.
Yeah, I got Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Damn, they playing week 1?
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
Jeez.
What'd you pick for that one, R&B?
Micah Parsons just gets traded there. He's still trying to get acclimated to being a part of that defense. That's a brand new move. We've already been established as a core, well-oiled machine. Detroit continues the dominance and rolls into Green Bay and wins again.
Houston at Rams.
This one's a sneaky good matchup.
It definitely
I'm going Houston. I'm
going Rams. I don't think Houston healthy yet.
Who did I pick? I'm gonna default to my. I picked the Rams.
I'm going Rams. Baltimore at Buffalo.
Baltimore.
You're picking.
I got Baltimore.
Yeah. I gotta go Baltimore.
Baltimore.
No issues here. I picked Baltimore.
And the Monday night game is Vikings at Bears.
The Bears. No, I'm playing. No, I got to go with the Vikings.
I'm taking the Bears.
I'm rolling with the Bears as well.
Work with Caleb.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Bears as well.
JJ McCarthy got to show me.
That's it. He's got to show you something first, right?
Yeah, I mean, he played at Michigan. I'm a Michigan guy. He was good here. Don't get me wrong. We won a national championship, but he didn't. It wasn't on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? It was the defense. It was run the ball and make just don't fuck it up. That was his thing. Just don't fuck it up. So you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be asked to do a little bit more than that and not to fuck it up in the NFL. So you know, so if you go look at his average, pass in the game, it's not very high. Dude would only throw maybe sometime 12 passes a game sometime.
Well, we'll have to see how that goes. Well,
we'll reconvene next week.
Yeah, this was a great episode. Like always, long, which is why I wanted to start early, so we weren't on here till 10:30 at night.
I wish I would have known that you were gonna do that segment though, so that I could have wrote that down so that we could keep track of that shit.
The picks week by week.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
Just write down our picks after who we picked. So just write it down. We'll keep track of them ourselves, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, we can do that.
I literally just picked off the list that I posted on Facebook. So if you wanted to see every prediction that I made for every team, it's on my Facebook.
Absolutely. So we'll be back next week. I don't know the time because 3 of us have jobs that aren't nice with time. There's days I'm done at 5:30, and then there's days I'm done at 7:30. So that's just the way of truck driving. So
consistency.
That's it. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in today, and checking us out. We'll be back next week. And there may be some possible reports coming. Maybe a Sunday report of some sort we can do.
Check in on Sunday,
kind of like what the idea is between that. Well, after that 1 o'clock window ends, maybe even if it's like 45 minutes, hop on, talk about it. So then when we get to the show, we can focus on the late window in the night game, and then we'll talk typically about the Monday night game. Who we think, usually it starts when we're still on. So we'll talk about that and who we think is going to win. Then we'll give a prediction for the Thursday night game. So, that way.
Who's doing it during the Sunday games? I hope you're okay with me having alcohol in my system.
That's all good.
I'm Michigan, and I'm sitting here smoking when we talking about this shit.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I would say that your ability to function is a little harder being drunk than high.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Listen, I've been drunk and high at the same time. So,
yeah, definitely.
And to make matters worse, I ate.
I am on Sunday.
To make matters worse, I ate it. I didn't even smoke it. I ate it.
Oh, edible.
Oh yeah,
no. I heard you wrong the first time you said it. I was about to start clowning.
Yeah, no, I accidentally ate 4 brownies one time.
Oh damn!
Yeah. Nah, my friends were smoking, and they were just like, I was like, let me get a hit, and they're like, no, you've never smoked. Take this bottle and go drink. So I just was drinking. Then all of a sudden, I looked on my friend's table. I said, "Ooh, brownies." I got to the 4th one, and I was like, I had drank half that bottle, so I was gone. I was like, guys, why does this taste like grass? And they're like, oh, fuck, we should start smoking. I was gone. Because, once you drink, you can't taste nothing for a while. Like once you're so drunk, everything tastes the same. So
I'm surprised you landed.
Yeah, I was jacked. The 4th brownie, I was gone. Gone.
This behavior is not condoned by Nerdcamp Sports, bro.
Yeah, right. For real.
So that's it for story time with Mike. And so we will be back next week at some point during Monday evening. Everyone enjoy their week 1. Enjoy Dallas losing on Thursday. And for the next 6 months, enjoy your Sundays. Go instead of being able to blink twice and them being over, you half a blink and now they're over because football's back.
Yeah, buddy.
Sundays fly so much.
To end it out, fellas, can I get a hearty football on 3?
Sure. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Football.
Football. All right. Peace.